you see?
Well, I don't know if I can divulge absolutely everything because there's a fella next to me who's had a camera who's been helping us plan for 2025, and it's quite exciting. And I must say it's been a pleasure to team up with John and obviously Mark, and we're doing plenty of shows, and it's getting to the point where my kids are wondering who it is coming through the door because I'm out that often. But they know it's a passion, and I've been in the game a long time, and to work with great people. I've got Spencer Oliver here, who's been a dear friend of mine for a long time, and he believes in what we're doing. And as you can see when he's on set tonight, he can tell the enthusiasm and the belief that he's got in what we're trying to create. And while everybody's going off to Saudi Arabia, we're doing the real boxing. And John has done a fantastic job putting a lot of these cars together. We've got a smashing team, and like I say, this has given me a new lease of life in the game. And I've been in the game a long time. I've been at the top table, and I want to take John and Mark, and with Spencer, I want to get back to the top table and get back to the Vegas shows, the Wembley shows, and this is us on our way. And next year we're going to make some big statements, and it will all be revealed.
A very diplomatic way of telling me very, very little about 2025, but I am excited.
I'm a politician.
You are, Dennis.
A proper one. I'm better than that mob. What's in the number 10 at the moment, anyway. But that's another story.
I must say, gentlemen, I'm quite disappointed. Neither of you have come to the show kitted out in any Christmas-themed attire. I wore red. I mean, I guess this could be, associated for like a snowy white jumper. But Dennis.
Yeah, well, there's a method in my madness. I'm travelling light tomorrow. I'm off to Thailand tomorrow. So it just so happens that I booked the Thailand show, and John were going to be coming with me actually, but we were going to do another special tournament with the Roy Jones Jr. and our man here, Spencer Oliver, but that's fell through. But that's going to happen. That's just been put back to next year. So I'm travelling light. We're still travelling. We're going to Thailand tomorrow with me, my family, and the Jersey mob. My Jersey mob from our hotel in Jersey. We'll be travelling. There's about 12 of us going, so it's going to be a nice excursion. So that's the reason, and that's my excuse for being in my civvies.
That's fair. Well, listen, guys, we've had a huge year of boxing, working in collaboration. It's been literally going from strength to strength, and we are so excited to build on that for 2025. But before we get that underway, we have tonight to look forward to. So please stay tuned, and we look forward to having you join us.
Well, welcome to the talkSPORT Boxing YouTube channel, and what a show we've got for you this evening. I'm Spencer Oliver, and joining me in the commentary position is former British, Commonwealth, European champion, light heavyweight champion, Dan Aziz. Dan Aziz, yes. How are you doing, my man?
How you doing, man? I'm glad to be here once again. One of the last shows of the year, and I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely, mate. Listen, let's talk a little bit about the show tonight, what we've got in store tonight now.
Yes.
Top of the bill we've got this evening, we've got Michael McKinson. First time he's fought since October. He lost that IBO world title against Ngembe. And he's in against Ryan Frost. Last minute opponent, Ryan Frost. Yeah. Not very much experience. Speaking to Michael McKinson, and he was talking about how good it was just to be getting back out on the road, getting a fight under his belt, going into the new year with a win. And that's the important thing, Dan, right?
Yes, no, for sure. I remember Michael McKinson when he was in such form, win after win. He picked up the IBO, and then obviously he lost it, and now he's back on just trying to, like you said, just get back into form. Remember, we watched Ryan Frost, was it last week, against Smith. Against Smith, he was also making another comeback. So Frost, remember, he could defend himself quite well. He knew himself around the ring. So I'll be honest, I think Michael McKinson's way out of his league, but hey, it's a last minute opponent. What can you do?
Absolutely. Listen, they call this Christmas chaos, and we're going to get some chaos tonight.
That's it.
And that chaos comes from a kid. This is my prediction anyway. Lucas Roig. The guy is a very good fighter. He's managed by George Groves.
Yep.
Tough kid, mate. He's going in against Joel McIntyre. Now, Joel McIntyre is a former English champion.
Yep.
The kid's got a lot of experience. What is he? 21 wins, 9 losses, 6 of those by KO.
Of course.
Comes with a lot of experience. For Roig to take that in his debut shows the confidence.
That really does, and it shows where they're headed to. You ain't got to tell me about Lucas. I've had him in for sparring, and I remember when I first saw him, I said, who's this kid, you know, who looked like, had a baby face. He didn't even have a groin protector. I think I had him as my last sparring partner, and mate, the kid is quality, technical, Scott Bottle. I'll be honest, from the start of his debut, I'm really expecting big things from this guy.
Listen, the word in the gyms is this kid is going to be a world champion. Look, you talked about sparring him, you know, there's big people like Chev Clark, Ben Whittaker, Jai Opataya, just to name a few, Chris Billum-Smith.
Yep.
He's been sparring with all those guys, picking up all that information in the gym, all that experience in the gym. How important is that, mate?
Yeah, no, very important, you know. It's just one thing to have all the sparring experience, you know, spar all these top guys, but again, boxing's boxing, you always got to deliver on the night. So today, he's put himself against a real experienced fighter, and Joe McIntyre, yes, you know, he might have had better days, but he's a puncher as well, very tough guy, and I'm really looking forward to this fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Now there's the card that's on the screen, the Christmas Chaos card that kicks off at 6:30 this evening, topped by Michael McKinson against Ryan Frost. Good little card there. What's the pick for you? You know, looking at the bill there, I know there's a lot of kids that are, you know, getting an opportunity here. Not many of these, by the way, are Fight Zone fighters. I don't, if any, I think. And Mark Nielsen as well. I'm not sure that any of them will. This is about people getting work before Christmas, keeping ticking over, getting ready to go into the new year.
Of course.
We've got some 50-50s here, Dan, and we've got some good fighters. We've mentioned him already, Roig. That's the one that everyone's talking about. McKinson is a great one as well, but we got some good fights, right?
No, definitely. I'm also looking forward to watch the heavyweight Franklin Ignatius. You know, he just come off a loss to Jamie TKV in a 10-round contest. I know him quite well, seen him spar, and it'll be good to see how he comes back from his defeat. Just like to see where he's head at. So yeah, that's another fight I'm looking forward to.
Listen, talking about fights, talking about, you know, looking forward to seeing people in the ring. Where are you at, mate? What's going on?
I'm hoping to get out early next year, latest March. But we're definitely going to keep the ball rolling. I love to fight. You know, the decision didn't go my way in my last fight, but you know, I didn't take punishment. To be fair, we thought we won it, but it didn't go our way. So we'll keep the ball rolling. I'm there. Whoever wants to fight, we're ready to fight, and we'll see how it goes. 2025
is a big year for you, Dan. You know, you've been there, seen it, done it. You know, you've got the T-shirt. The only thing you haven't got is that world title, and that's obviously the dream. The dream is to get that world title, get back in the winning mix, and 2025 you've got a chance to do that.
Yes, no, for sure. Like you said, I've won every type of belt I can. It's just a world title shot, and you know, it might seem as like a long shot. It ain't have the best of 2024s, but that's boxing, and these are the kind of things that define you as a boxer. It's not how it goes when everything's going well, but how you come back from your losses and defeats.
Absolutely. Listen, just before we kick off with this show today, the first fight in there is Ben Piper. He's going in against Naeem Ali. It's a good little fight. Piper is a kid that's having his debut, going in against Ali. Ali's only at 1-3. He's lost 135 and drawn 1.
Yes.
But these kids, to let people understand, these kids are the ones that, you know, develop these young prospects, right?
No, for sure, definitely. Like you said, he's fighting someone who's had 100 odd losses, and he's only been stopped a handful of times. So, you know, to make your debut against an away fighter like this is something. And I think Ben is from Eltham, not too far from my neck of the wood. So I like to see how he gets on. I trained at Eltham ABC for a bit. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hope he represents good.
Division. And now he's Naeem Ali.
Here we go, Naeem Ali. Now this kid comes with a wealth of experience. 3 wins, 135, that's right, you heard me, 135 losses and 1 draw. This is 4 3-minute rounds over super welterweight.
Adding on to what you just mentioned, he's had 17 fights this year, and only been stopped once. So you know this is a tough away fighter, and I'm looking forward to seeing how Ben Piper approaches him.
Well, here is the debut of Ben Piper. The ring entrance. Dan, you remember what it was like making the debut? It's not an easy task, mate. A lot of pressure on your shoulders, a lot of nerves, a lot of emotions going through there. What will he be thinking right now?
You know, he might be thinking, wow, this feels like I'm having my first fight again. I'm sure he's boxed as an amateur, but also excitement as well. You know, when you're amateur and you're making your pro debut, you've got a lot of excitement. You can't wait to, you know, go through those ropes with the 10 ounces, no head guard. You know, it's excitement, and it's just how you channel the nerves that affect your performance. So yeah.
This bout is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control.
Look, I can see Ryan Barrett up there. Like I said, I used to train down at Eltham ABC, and Ryan Barrett and his dad used to run it, so I'm very familiar with them. So yeah, it's good. It'll be good to see how he gets on with their fighter.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing the black trunks. His official weight of 158.8 pounds. He's a veteran of 139 fights. Hailing from Blackburn, England, United Kingdom. Introducing Naeem Ali. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the white and pink. His official weight of 151.7 pounds. And tonight, he's making his professional debut. Hailing from London, England, United Kingdom. Introducing Ben Piper.
Okay, lads, when I say stop, you stop boxing. When I say break, take a step back. Keep your hands up, protect yourself at all times. Good luck to you both. Good luck.
Second time.
Here we go. 4 3-minute rounds in the super welterweight division. A debut for Ben Piper against Naeem Ali. Now, looking forward to this one, Dan. Like I said to you, debuts can always sort of like be a lot of pressure. If they're either brilliant or a disaster, right? That's what it is with debut. The pressure sometimes gets to you, and sometimes you feed off that and put in a great performance.
Yeah, for sure. But looking at Ben, he's come out very positive. He's taken control of the fight. He's throwing in combinations already, so I don't think that pressure's getting to him at all.
No, looks nice and composed here. Taking the centre of the ring, working already well to the head there, just trying to create some openings, Ben. But it's all like, oh, he got through with a nice solid jab there. Just seems to take Naeem's legs away a little bit. I think he felt that. Yes,
and one thing he's doing very well is using his jab. He's working off the jab. Everything's behind the jab. So you can tell he's a very well-schooled boxer. Like I said, I know he's come under the Barretts, Ryan Barrett and his dad, and I used to train at their gym in Eltham as an amateur, so I know they're very well-schooled.
Yeah, but important, the fundamentals of boxing, keeping the composure on that debut.
Lovely body shot.
Is important as well, yep. Got through with a nice body shot there. He's just finding the holes well here in this opening round.
Lovely head movement as he's coming in, and he's cutting off the ring well. He's not following, he's just stepping across and then letting these shots go. Yeah, really impressed so far.
Just trying to create the openings a little bit there. Piper. Nice composed start. And Ali really already gone into survival mode here in this opening round, but that's what he does, right? That's, you know, it's all about for him, you know, getting through the fight, not getting stopped and being able to fight again next week, you know, and picking up another payday. That's what the role of a journeyman is, right?
No, 100%. Like I mentioned, he's had 17 fights in 1 year. That's nearly as much fights as I've had in my whole career. So you can tell that's their mission, to just have their 4, 6 rounders and then get on to the next payday for next week.
Piper again just trying to work the jab, just looking for those openings. And Naeem, as expected, doing a good job of evading a lot of those shots.
I like Ben's kit, you know. There's something about white and pink. It always reminds me of Miguel Cotto. I don't know what fight he fought, but every time I see those colours, I think Miguel Cotto. And he's repping it well. I like it. What about you?
Great,
You want for the colours?
Yeah, I'm loving colours, mate. You know, a man that can wear pink, you know, and he's that.
You can't wear pink, Spence. I can't imagine you in pink.
You know, listen,
I can't
mate,
imagine you in pink.
I can rock the best pink jumper, mate. Honestly.
I need to see it to believe it.
Yeah, but yeah, great opening round there from Ben Piper.
Yeah.
Just took his time, eased into it, which is important, I think, Dan. You know, like I said, I keep talking about debuts and whatnot, but it's easy to get carried away and caught up in the moment. But I think he done really well there and kept his composure very, very well.
No, I agree with you. I'll be honest, I wouldn't have been surprised if you didn't tell me this was his debut. I wouldn't be surprised if you told me it was his second or third fight, because he's quite composed. You know, he's gone into this fight. It doesn't look like he's, you know, overruled by the occasion and that it's a debut. So good on you, Ben. Keep it going.
Center, round 2.
Well, good first round there from Ben Piper. Got that under his belt. He'll be looking to build on that now, Dan, and just sort of maybe turn the screw a little bit, pick the pace up, and try and do what not many people do with Naeem, and just get the stoppage if you can. I think that's the ideal debut, right?
No, for sure. Like you said, he done very well in that first round, and now, you know, he's just trying to get behind that jab and open up. I love the way he's going from head to body. But I can see why this Naeem doesn't get stopped. He can be a bit awkward sometimes, and he throws these shots and just gets out of there.
Well, do you know what it is? To get a guy out that hasn't come to win, they don't take those chances, so the opportunity is not really there. So it's very difficult to create an opening and to create, you know, a stoppage or force a stoppage, because the guy's too defensive. Do you know what I'm saying? He won't take any shots. So
yes, you're correct. This is where you have to, you know, get a bit more creative. You also have to take risks, because you got to be a bit more open as well yourself. Lovely duck from Ben, and he comes back with great combination. He's really impressed with Ben's composure. Very, very impressed.
yeah, he's took control of this contest early, and he's picked it up a little bit here in the second round, and again defensively very good as well from Ben Piper. So this is, you know, he will be pleased with this.
And one thing about debutants, sometimes even if they are performing well and they're, you know, winning the fight, you can always see like the jittery in their movement, as you know, because it's their first fight. Like I said, with Ben, he's very composed, you know, even on the defensive, he takes the shots nicely, he's relaxed, and he comes back with his own. I like it.
Yeah, it's always a tough one with a debut, because there's so many nerves and emotions flying around, and it doesn't matter what amateur experience you've had. If anything, sometimes when you're coming from a good amateur pedigree, puts more pressure on your shoulders turning into the professional ranks. But to explain to our listeners, Dan, how different it is going from amateur boxing to professional boxing, it's like two different sports.
For sure. I've spoke to the best amateur boxers, and you know, they've given me their stories of when they turned pro and how it's totally different. And it is totally different, you know. In the amateurs, you're more on your toes, you know, it's more about scoring shots. It's not actually about, you know, landing big shots, where in the pros you're actually there to hurt people. It's, you know, it's also, for me, I believe in the pros, it's not what you can give, it's also what you can take.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
As much as people say yes, hit and don't get hit, you've got to be durable yourself. It only takes one shot for your lights to be out in a pro, so it's a total different sport.
Well, another good round there from Ben Piper. He just built on that early lead in that first round, and another round, I'm sure, Dan Aziz, you'll agree with me there, another round in the bank for Ben Piper. Just sort of slowly built on that first round, didn't he? What are you expecting from these next two?
I think he's going to try and step it up, but like I said, and like we both said, the away fighter Naeem, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to survive, knows how to get out of trouble. But I would say for Ben, keep doing what you're doing. But again, like we mentioned last week, what differentiates you from being a good fighter to a great fighter? You want to do what other people ain't done. There's only been one person who's been able to stop him this year, and personally, me, I would like Ben to think, you know what? End of the year, I want to be the second one. I want to show I'm different from all the other people that have fought him. So I like him to, you know, have that kind of mentality going into these next 2 rounds.
Well, here we go. Round 3 of a 4-round contest at Super Welterweight. Ben Piper in the white shorts with the pink tassels, and Naeem Ali in the black shorts. First 2 rounds on our scorecards anyway, gone to Ben Piper. I think that's quite clear to see. He's been dominating from that opening belt, worked everything well behind the jab, slowly picking it up, and let's see Dan now if he can pick it up more in this 3rd round. Good body shot going in there.
A very good body shot. Already from Ben's debut, it looks like the longer fights, longer rounds are going to suit him, because he works the body quite a lot, and you know, when you work the body a lot, it takes a while for you to break down your opponent. So he hasn't come in like it's a sprint. He's come in like, you know, I'm looking to wear you down, and sometimes you need a bit more longer rounds. So
yeah, he seems like a sort of style, like you say, to pick up those stoppages. And like, you know, it's one of those where he's just grinding people down, and it does take over a longer distance. You generally find that with some fighters that are not big punchers, that have a low knockout ratio. When they hit the 10-round and 12-round mark, that's when the stoppages
100%.
come.
Yeah, no, you're right. But so far, he's in control, throwing some lovely shots. See, like there, when he had him on the ropes, when I was talking about the creativity, you know, Naeem will just tuck up and collect all of them, but you got to do something else to try and get their guard down, or, you know,
use your imagination, man. Come off the line, come round the sides, you know what I mean? Like double up on the hooks, treble up on the hooks, like double up on the uppercuts. Just do things that are a little bit different, because someone like Naeem Ali knows this, like this game. He'll take these all day long, and that's here. If he steps around to the right hand side or around to the left, and there's shots available, and that's exactly what it is. And I think that's the learning point. That's when you're at this early stage. That is the development, right?
No, you're 100% right.
That was better around the side there from Piper. But Naeem is offering little back. As I say that, he tries to switch the attacks a little bit to the body just to keep the referee away, so the referee starts looking close.
Of course. But I think Naeem is doing a good job to survive, which is obviously that's what he's trying to do.
There you go. And this is where Ben now needs to just be a little bit creative, create the space himself.
For sure, Naeem's happy to just take him on the gloves, high guard, and collect the shots upstairs. So Ben needs to just, you know, be a bit more creative and find ways of getting them hands down. But nonetheless, another round to Ben.
Yeah, I think that's 3 rounds to 0 from Ben. I don't think we're going to see Naeem Ali go out there and try and do anything spectacular in this round. I think for him, it's all about surviving. There's some of the action in that 3rd round, the good work from Ben Piper. Let's see now if he can pick it up just a little bit more, and, you know, try and steal the show, if you like. Leave that mark on your show, get people talking just a little bit, because that's what he needs. It's all been very good, very positive, but let's see now if he can sort of, like, you know, get people talking a little bit more.
Yep, you're correct. You're right, Spence. But, you know, again, it's this career, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So his corner might be happy with his performance, and, you know, just get the win, and we'll go back to the drawing board and come back even better. So nonetheless, I think he's in a win-win situation. But like you said, it will be great for him to, you know, maybe get that stoppage, step up, and push Naeem and maybe get him out of there, because that will definitely have people talking.
Yeah, it's been a good, solid performance, good, solid debut from Ben Piper in the white with the pink tassels. been very workmanlike right from the opening bell, everything behind the jab, textbook stuff.
Definitely, love that right hand to the body.
Nice solid jab through the middle there as well from Piper.
I'm mostly impressed throughout the whole rounds I've been watching is Ben's composure. And you know what, when you get to the next stages in your career, these are the little things that really make a difference and matter. Composure, how you handle the lights, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's very important. We talked about it in the build-up, didn't we, about debuts and how they can go horribly wrong. You get carried away with the moment. You put in. I remember Ryan Rhodes, former world title challenger, former European champion from Sheffield many years ago. Big things talked about with him. Went out on his debut, switched off a little bit, got caught, and was on the brink of disaster before pulling it back and winning on points, but got dropped heavily. And that's what can happen. You know, when you get carried away, switch off for one moment.
Yeah, 100%. More close to home to me, it happened to Alois Jr.
Yeah,
won that box just the other day. He's been doing brilliant, but in his debut, you know, he switched off for a bit, got dropped, and you know it cost him the fight. But he's done well to come back and, you know, get back onto the ball where he's supposed to be. But yeah, like you said, if you're not switched on, it could go horribly wrong for you.
Yeah, it can be a very good sport, this, but it can be cruel as well. And it is very cruel, mate. It's a lonely place when things are not going your way. Fortunately for Ben Piper, debut today here at the Harrow Leisure Centre, and he's put in a good, solid, workmanlike performance. Been very impressed with it, Dan, if I'm honest.
Yep, same. I think he's just going to see the round out. He's boxing very well. Now he's starting to move. This is the first time in the fight I've seen him kind of go back and move around. So, you know, either he's feeling the pace a bit, or you know, he's just going to wants to see out the round and doesn't want to take any unnecessary risk.
Yeah, I think it's all about the victory now, isn't it? Like, you know, when you're in there with an opponent and you go, you know, whether you can feel that you're hurting them or whether you know that there's time to step it up and you can stop them, whatever. But with someone like Naeem Ali, is tough. He comes with a reputation of surviving. Survival is his strengths, and I think that Ben Piper would have felt that in there and thinks, you know what, let's not get silly, let's just get through it now. I'm dominating the fight. Good performance for me. He'll be glad to get that debut out his way. He'll be buzzing, and 4 rounds in the bank for me.
No, definitely 4-0 all the way, and I'm looking forward to seeing Ben Piper again.
Yeah, good solid performance there from Ben Piper. Clearly the corner seem happy as well with that. And like I say, Dan, 2025, you know, exciting year for this young man. He'll be looking to stay active, stay busy, you know, with Fight Zone, Mark Nelson Boxing.
Yeah, I just hope next year they get him out regularly and he builds on from this very, like you like to say, workman performance. Good stuff.
Boxing, we go to the referee scorecard. Referee Lee Every scores the bout 40-36, and your winner, Ben Piper.
Well, as expected there, Ben Piper picking up the victory. Very happy for that. One thing's for sure, Dan, he'll be eating some turkey at Christmas, mate. Let's talk a little bit about making weight, you know, and how tough that would have been for him over the last couple of weeks. You know, you're cutting down on your foods, and, you know, people don't understand that of a boxer's life, man. That's the horrible part of a boxer's life, is cutting weight, cutting food. Now he can go and enjoy that at Christmas.
No, definitely, he deserves it for sure. And the making the weight is probably the worst part of being a boxer. I've always myself having to make 175. Not that I'm a big 175, but I've always envied the heavyweights. I'm like, man, they don't have to not eat, not drink, you know, they can eat as much as they want as long as they're trained, they're all good.
Yeah, well, let's have a listen now to Ben Piper, who's over with Melissa Z. She is just about to hear from the former debutant, now 1-0 professional boxer.
Ben Piper,
welcome to the professional ranks. How are you feeling after that performance?
Amazing. It's just a whole different game. I'm ready to do my thing.
4 rounds under your belt. You look so composed in there. You look like you were absolutely dominating that performance, using the ring really well, cutting it off, and just keeping that composure, which is quite rare to see in a debut. What was some of the advice that your corner were giving you?
Well, they were telling me just stay relaxed. You get one professional debut. Just go out and enjoy it.
When you were stood at the top of that runway, knowing you were about to step through the ropes, what were some of the emotions, some of the thoughts that were going through your mind?
I was mainly thinking about all the hard work I've put in and just all the graft.
I'm sure that you worked so hard for this moment. If you could summarise what it means to you, what would you say?
So, yeah.
And a quick message for your fans.
Thank you.
Congratulations again on your debut.
Thank you.
Well, there you go. Ben Piper will be very pleased with that performance. We've got a great card here for you this evening. 8 fights, that's the first of 8. Next up, we've got a 4 3-minute round super welterweight contest. Lorenzo Grasso against Jensen Irving. That's coming up next. And this is the rest of the card that we see there. Cole Sampson in at super lightweight over 3-minute rounds against Joseph Abercrombie. Phil Williams goes in at heavyweight against Franklin Ignatius. Franklin Ignatius is a guy that you know very well, Dan.
Yes, I do.
Dale Arrowsmith versus Ibrahima Diallo.
Yes, I think Ibrahima, he's from Belgium, based out in Miami. He's quite a decent fighter, undefeated. I think he's had 10 wins and I think a draw or something, but they've got real high hopes for him, so he's not just your normal away fighter.
Yep, Edgar's Zenza against Duru Mogos.
Edgar's a good mate of mine, one of my former opponents when I was on the up and coming. Very tough guy. I think when I fought him, he wasn't really getting stopped that much, but now I think, you know, maybe it's getting to him a bit, but he's a tough guy and knows his way around the ring. Who have we got next? He fought last week, remember?
Here we go. The ring walk of Jensen Irving. We only saw him box last week, believe it or not, myself and Dan Aziz. Dan is a tough kid, tricky kid.
Yep.
Knows his way around the ring, and you know, one of those guys, like the guy in the first round there, Naeem Ali, in the first fight, Naeem Ali, one of those guys that comes not necessarily to win, but to survive the distance.
No, for sure. I remember I think he fought Brad Axe last week, and yeah, he really does know his way around the ring, knows how to look after himself. Awkward and tricky, so yeah, Lorenzo, he's a tough kid.
Well, here he is, Lorenzo Grasso. 6 wins, 3 defeats. One of those wins coming by KO. Spoke to him earlier on actually this evening, and the trainer Sam, he said, listen mate, I want to have a good Christmas. I want to go out there and I just don't want to win. I want to steal the show. I want to put in a performance. He was up for it, man.
Yeah, no, that's good to hear, because I'm sure he lost his last 2, so I'm glad to hear those words from him, and he wants to have a great end to the year.
scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds in the super welterweight division. This bout is brought to you by Mark Nielsen of Nielsen Boxing in association with TM14 Promotions. This bout is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. Your area representative, Dan Frost. Your timekeeper at the bell, Brett Bowles. And your third man in charge of the action in the ring, referee Sean McAvoy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing the black and white. His official weight of 157.8 pounds. He is a veteran of 24 fights. Hailing from Swindon, England, United Kingdom. Introducing Jensen Irving. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the white and green. His official weight of 163.4 pounds. He has a record of 9 fights, 3 losses, 6 wins, and 1 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Hailing from Harrow, London, England, United Kingdom, introducing Lorenzo Grasso.
Okay, lads, 4-round contest. Keep clean all time, keep yourself protected all time. Touch gloves, here we go. Good luck, lads.
Here we go. 4 3-minute rounds at super welterweight. Lorenzo Grasso
Seconds out.
versus Jensen Irving. Grasso coming off a couple of defeats, Dan, and looking to get back to those winning ways. He was talking the talk earlier, to be fair.
Yeah, well, you know, that's the first part. At least he's got his mind right, and now the second part is performing and putting it into action. You know, like you mentioned, his last 2 losses have come by stoppage early as well. But credit to him, he's fought 2 undefeated guys. He took the losses to 2 undefeated guys. So it's nice how he's coming out now, because he looks quite positive. And his offense is very good. He's boxing quite well.
Yeah, started very well, took the centre of the ring, working well. Off that jab, landed a couple of solid right hands through there as well. But Jensen Irving, he'll be getting a little feeling here, looking at his record and going, listen, he's been stopped in 1, been stopped in 2.
Yep.
I've only got 4 victories, 19 losses. I'm going to make that number 5.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, when you're coming into these fights against these away fighters, you never know what they're thinking, so you can never take your eye off the ball. But Grasso's boxing well, he's picking good shots, and one thing I've noticed about him, as soon as he throws, he's expecting something back. But he throws and leans back, so he needs to be careful not to keep his chin up in the air, but so far, so good.
Yeah, solid right hand just went through there, switched the attacks to the body as well. He's finding success with that right hand, actually. Irving getting caught repeatedly for that, and he's got to be careful of that shot.
Yes, Lorenzo's boxing very well. This round has been very good, clean boxing from Grasso. He's thrown some lovely shots.
Yeah, everything straight down the pipe, in it off the jab, right hand straight down the middle as well. Good work here, good opening here from Lorenzo Grasso, and that's the confidence builder he would have needed.
Yes, for sure. One thing in boxing is to throw shots and, you know, maybe your opponent's catching them a bit, but here Grasso, he's actually landing clean, and that's what I like to see. You know, some people, they throw their shots, but the opponent might ride it and it's not such a clean shot. But so far Grasso's landing clean shots and he's getting out of them just like that. Lovely jab straight down the pipe.
Yeah, keep coming off a couple of losses inside the distance as well. Sometimes can knock the confidence of a fighter, but Grasso's showing none of that in here at the moment. Come out, stamped his authority early in this contest.
Lovely right hand over Irving's jab. Yes, for sure. And imagine taking 2 back-to-back stoppages. Imagine the kind of mental state you could be in. But so far it shows that Grasso, he doesn't care about that. He's just come here for the win, and that's good.
Yep, he's backing up what he told me earlier on, to be fair, because he said that's what exactly he was going to do. Go out there and make a show of it, and that's exactly what he's done here in this opening round. Grasso, the green and white shorts with a gold trim.
Great round for Grasso. Absolutely great round. Box clean shots, didn't take punishment. And I think if he can keep this pace up, I would not be surprised if he gets Irving out of there.
Well, listen, if he builds on that, there's some of the action in this first round. The good shots through the middle, that was the jab that you were talking about, Dan. Solid jab through the middle, and that was setting everything up. He was getting through those straight rights to the head as well.
Lovely
and using
right
that
hand.
variety, the body shots as well.
Exactly.
Switching it body and head. How important is that?
No, very important, especially against these tough away fighters. They know how to survive. They're tough. They're tough by nature. They've been in there. So you can't always just go for the head. You need to break down the body. You know,
Corners, 10
chop the
seconds.
tree down, and then it will fall. Is that the right phrase?
I'll go with it. I'll go with
Seconds
it.
out, round 2.
I'll go with it.
Sorry for the viewers, you know. I do try and come out with some phrases, but
Listen.
sometimes I muddle them up, so just bear with me.
Listen, mate, Christmas chaos, and there's commentary chaos going on here as well.
That's it.
Here we go, round 2.
Great jab from Grasso.
Yep, Grasso now going to try and build on that brilliant first round that he had against Jensen. Irving worked well, everything off the jab, and he started this second round the same. Right hand goes through the middle, switches downstairs as well. Oh, good combination back from Irving, though.
That was a little nice little combination.
Yeah, he needed some of that.
I think he got fed up with just getting pushed back and forth. Oh,
both guys just trading, landing the right hands there.
just Christmas chaos for real.
Does this make you want to get back in there?
Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Lovely uppercut from Irving there, landed it twice.
Yeah, he's going back well, isn't he, Irving? He's not fighting like a guy with 4 victories and 19 losses. He's fighting like a guy that wants that 5th victory.
Definitely, just landed a lovely left hook there as well. But listen, Grasso's coming back. Because sometimes these away fighters, they're getting beaten up so much, they know, you know what, the only way I can't not get stopped is I've got to give it back. And I think that's what Irving is thinking.
Well, brilliant second round this. Both guys trading blow for blow. Grasso forcing Irving in the corner. Oh, lovely uppercut from Irving there, though, responding well.
Lovely left hook too. And that's because Grasso's standing right in front of him. That's it. And that's where the experience from Irving comes from. Irving just landed a lovely hook again. This is a good round, very tasty one. What happened there, Spence? You alright?
Yeah, mate, not really, mate. He just knocked the telly over and the Toblerones went all over the place.
Oh, God.
Little bit of chaos going on
again,
here, mate.
Exactly. Not only chaos, the chaos not just in the ring, but outside here in the commentary box.
The only thing that never got knocked over there is my Red Bull.
These lot are throwing some great shots and are really going blow for blow. I'm really enjoying this second round.
Great shots and great round here in the second between Lorenzo Grasso and Jensen Irving. Both guys trading blow for blow. No one really giving up the ground here, Dan.
No, they ain't. And I'm struggling to... A great right hook from Irving and a body shot. I think I might have given this round to Irving.
He's telling
really
you, mate.
getting stuck in this round, and I'm liking it.
Yep.
I think I'm going to go for 1-1 on this round.
Yeah, I'm with you, Dan. I think that he'd give it a go there, Irving.
Yeah.
Just as I expected Grasso to take over. Let's take a look at some of the action in the round. Good work early on from Grasso with those straight shots through the middle. But halfway through the round, Irving's like, hold on, mate. I've had enough of this.
Definitely.
Let me have a little go.
Yep, and that's exactly it. Like I said, I think the pressure Grasso put on in that first round, Irving thought, whoa, that was a bit too much. Lovely uppercuts and left hooks whilst he was on the ropes. And that's experience there. It's just top, you know, some are landing, but he's catching a lot and waiting to respond. That was a really good round.
Yeah, brilliant round, that second round. So myself, Dan Aziz, we've got this 1 round apiece going into the third of 4. So this round is so important for both of these guys here.
Mostly for Grasso, this is important because, you know,
Well, listen, it's important for the victory here because I think the guy that takes this next round really has the momentum to go on and win this one. It's an important round, this third one. Neither guy looks like they want to give up ground at the beginning of this third round, holding it. Grasso doubling up with a jab. Irving coming with a lovely right.
Over the top. And he goes again. This is a strange one because the more Grasso comes forward, the more Irving feels like my defence is attack, and that's what's making him come back even more.
Irving just landed a lovely left hook as well, you know.
Wow, oh gosh. A barrage of hooks from Irving.
I tell you what, I don't know if Grasso is just starting to come apart a little bit with those couple of shots there. They definitely had an effect. Irving loaded up, planted his feet and really drilled that right hook in, and yes, Grasso definitely felt that.
And Irving's demeanour, it looks like, all right, you want to go, let's go then.
Yeah, great little contest here in the super welterweight division. Third of 4. Grasso started well, Irving's come back well in the second, and both guys now trading in this third round, and Grasso's turn to have a go. Yeah. Irving pinned on the ropes.
I like the fact that Grasso, no matter what, he still thinks, you know what, I'm coming forward, I'm pushing you back. That's good. Some good success with them hooks from Irving. Going to the body, both sides. Nice.
Yeah, great little contest this one. Both guys, difficult to separate them in this round. Irving's had his moments, Grasso's had his moments. This round still to be won and lost, Dan, with 1 minute 15 on the clock.
Yeah, I don't know who I'm leaning to. I'm leaning in this round to Grasso. Oh, lovely, that's it. One thing Grasso has got is balls, because he's really coming for it. He's not just trying to pick and box. He's going for it. He's throwing in combinations, but he's leaving himself open as well. Lovely uppercut from Grasso. I think I'm leaning towards Grasso in this round.
Yep, but Irving ain't done yet, mate. Let me tell you that, because he's still pushing on.
Yes, he is. Lovely left hook.
Grasso just seems to be taking a hold of this round, and he's just picked the shots up well. Both guys now starting to show the wear and tear on their faces, starting to get a little marked up.
Lovely backhand from Irving. Oh, wow. A beautiful right hook. Oh, and he's letting the hands go. Oh.
I tell you what, is that going to be enough to win the round?
It might do, you know. It might do. It might do. Irving's really getting stuck in. He just let on a beautiful combination. Oh, Spence, I do not know who to go for, you know. I'm actually, I don't know. I actually don't know who to go for. I think I'm going to go towards Grasso. I'm never a fan of nicking the round right at the end, but Irving really landed some beautiful shots at the end of that round.
Dan, let's take a look at some of the action in that third round. Both guys had their moments. Grasso was just taking a hold of the round, and then Irving decided, listen, I'm going to come back here. I want to win this round. Important round, that third round. And guess what? Subjective scoring, what way do you go? What do you fancy? What do you like? We've lent towards Lorenzo Grasso of just doing enough, but boy, did Jensen Irving have a go there as well.
He definitely did. He definitely did. That was a good round. I'm really looking forward to this last and final round. I have a feeling they're going to really have a go. And I'm pretty sure they both got each other's respect, for sure.
Mate, what do you reckon? What do you mean you have a feeling they're going to have a go? They've had to go for 3 rounds, mate.
No, you're right. You're right. But someone in Grasso's position, you might think, you know what, let me just try and outbox him and, you know, box and move and just sneak the round. But I don't think he's going to do that. I think he's going to really come forward, and it's going to force Irving to also fire back.
Do you know what it is, Dan? I think that both guys will know that this is close, and this fight could be won and lost in this fourth and final round, and that is the importance of this round, you know, like, who's going to have the good Christmas? Who's going to enjoy the Christmas? You know, it's like going into Christmas off a loss is not the best thing, and both guys want victory here.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. The pace has slowed a tiny bit, but, you know, see, like I said, Grasso's, you know, looking to move, pick his shots, and take the last round.
Well, he's got to get back to that straight jabs through the middle, straight rights through the middle, because that's where he was getting the success early in the contest. If he lets Irving get up close, Irving likes to wing away with those hooks to the head and body, and that's where he was getting success, just as that left hook leaded there. That's where he likes to be, round the sides, but the better straight work coming from Grasso through the middle, and that's what he needs to get back to, creating that distance, Dan, keeping that space.
No, for sure. I don't really like Grasso on the back foot. I like him coming forward and putting the pressure on Irving, but
lovely uppercut there,
and then round the side. Oh, lovely triple left hook. That was brilliant from Grasso.
Yeah, great work there from Grasso, because he needed it, and again he's piling it on here.
And this is what I said when I said this Grasso, he shows bottle, because he lets him go. He lets him go. He'll land a shot and then he'll follow through. It's like he's ready to empty the tank out on his opponent, and I like that about him. Lovely jab from Grasso.
Yeah, just getting through with a cleaner work now, Grasso. He's getting off for the shots first, which is important. Irving knows he needs something big here in this last minute. 45 seconds to go in this last round, and now it's Irving's turn to have a go.
Look, and Irving is straight onto him. He marches him down, marches forward. I think Grasso is probably feeling the pace a bit. Oh, lovely combination, round the side, straight and up through the middle. Excellent. And Irving's come straight back.
Yeah,
last couple of seconds.
What a brilliant contest here. Both guys leaving it all in the ring here in this fourth and final round.
That was a nice end to the round.
A nice end to the contest.
Yes.
4 3-minute round super welterweight contest by Lorenzo Grasso and Jensen Irving. And guess what? Both guys left it all in the ring there. Difficult fight to score. I go for Lorenzo Grasso. Dan?
Yes.
I don't know what you think.
So do I. I'm going to go 3-1 to Grasso.
Yep, I'm with you as well.
He dominated most of that last round. And but Irving gave it his all and landed some brilliant shots and was definitely there till the end. So, but in my eyes, I think Grasso's going to be having the turkeys for Christmas this time round.
Listen, both guys deserving of that. What a contest that was. The referee now calling him into middle.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing, we go to the referee scorecard. Referee Sean McAvoy scores this bout 38-38. This bout is a draw.
Well, yeah, I can see that. If I'm totally honest, both guys put in a tremendous performance. We lent towards Grasso, but taking nothing away from Irving there, because Dan, come on, man, he played his part there. And when you get fights like that over the 4 round, which is a sprint, you just look at both of them guys and go, you know what? I'm glad that was a draw. That was a decent fight.
No, for sure, definitely, and I can see why they would go for a draw. And to both fighters' credit, it's good that it was a draw. They both performed very well. Entertaining fight so far for me. Fight of the night. We'll see how the rest of the evening goes. But well done to Grasso and Irving.
Yeah, brilliant contest. And there's some of the action in that contest. Both guys going for it right from the opening bell, trading blow for blow. Real seesaw of a contest. Grasso having his moments, Irving biting down in his gum shield, coming back with great shots of his own. Very, very impressive stuff there. So yeah,
and after a contest like that, we got a draw, and there's no one who's losing, because I'm sure the crowd enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. And both guys there really trading blow for blow, and they both wanted victory so desperately. Deserving it of a draw, if I'm honest. I thought Grasso, like I say, nicked him, but a draw, and there you go. Onwards and upwards. Next up, we've got a 4 3-minute round super lightweight contest. Joseph Abercrombie against Cole Sampson. Abercrombie undefeated in 4, looking to go 5-0 against Sampson, who again has got a wealth of experience. 7 victories, 42 losses and 1 draw. And the fight, Dan, I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, no, for sure. Joseph is from Guildford and he's fighting another away fighter who's got quite a few defeats but not a lot of stoppages, so he's fighting a tough journeyman, so to speak. And looking at his record, it looks like a lot of the fighters he's fought have been quite tough, because you see he's had 4 wins, no stoppages, but when you look into the people he's fought, they've been tough away fighters, and to his credit, he's fighting another tough guy. So let's see if he can maybe add his first stoppage tonight.
Well, that's what it is, isn't it? Abercrombie 4-0, but still searching for that first stoppage, and that all-important first stoppage. You know, Abercrombie's one of those guys that sort of like, you feel again over the longer distance, those stoppages will start coming.
Yeah.
He's in against a tough guy here in Cole Sampson,
yeah,
who like genuinely sees the final bell, knows his way around the ring,
yeah,
and will try and take Abercrombie the distance again. This is only over 4 rounds.
Yeah, no, you're totally correct, Spence. But do you know what? I've looked at a lot of other professionals who made it to world level and were at the top, and people like Timothy Bradley in his first couple of fights, he didn't really have that many stoppages. Terence Crawford didn't really have that much stoppages. These guys, they don't have that much stoppages, but they fight experienced fighters, and then when they get to the better next stage, they're very good.
Division. Please welcome to the ring, Carl Sampson.
Well, here we go. Cole Sampson getting into the Christmas spirit. Looks nice and relaxed. Jogging to the ring. 7 victories, 42 losses, 1 draw. Be looking to build on that 7 tonight. Love a bit of Christmas tunes, do you?
I don't know about having it as my ring entrance, but yeah, I guess he's really in the Christmas spirit.
Here we go, Joseph Abercrombie, 4-0 as a professional, still searching for that first stoppage victory. Will he get it tonight, Dan?
Maybe. Is this song from the Game of Thrones, this music?
I ain't seen the Game of Thrones.
Oh, have you not?
Are you into it?
Where is it? I'm sure it's from Game of Thrones. No, it's it. Oh, what film is this? Is this from, Spence?
Oh, mate,
because it's getting to me. I can't remember what song this entrance music is from.
It sounds like it sounds like gladiatorial, though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no.
Like you're going into an auditorium.
Yes,
like you're going
definitely.
into.
Whatever film it's from, it's a impactful scene. So this must mean a lot to him.
Starting to get me going, if I'm honest. Here we go, ring entrance of Joseph Abercrombie. Brought a good little crowd down with him this evening as well.
Yeah, he's a Guildford lad, so I'm sure he brought quite a few fans down. I think that theme tune was from Titanic, you know. Sorry, that is just still getting to me. My bad.
I think you're right, mate. I think you might be right. Sad film, that. Did you cry?
Yeah, I did.
I'm glad you're honest, man. You know that, because you was going to try and say no. Then I saw it in your eyes.
I thought about it, you know. For all the people that did cry over that movie, I'm with you. I'm part of that club too, so don't feel ashamed.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. He's
Carl Sampson looks tough. He just looks like a tough guy, you know. Maybe it's the beard. I don't know, but he looks like a tough, hard-knocked boxer.
From Sheffield, England, United Kingdom, introducing Carl Sampson.
Like you mentioned, 42 losses, only been stopped 4 times. So
And
this is going to be a tough ask.
Fighting out of the blue corner.
It's going to be a tough ask to try and stop Carl Sampson. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes.
With 4 wins, hailing from Guildford, Surrey, England, United Kingdom, introducing Joseph Braveheart Abercrombie.
Here we go. 4 3-minute rounds over super lightweight. Joseph Abercrombie versus Cole Sampson.
Yes, I love the little fur and these shorts.
That's a bit of you, that, isn't it?
No, it ain't. But I like how he's put it together on these shorts. It looks nice and spicy. I think maybe that's part of the Christmas spirit as well. The fur, you know.
Second round.
Because you know, the Santa and all that. Like,
I don't know, mate. Green and black, ain't that the Grinch?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Part of Christmas.
Here we go.
He's come firing with a mean jab. I like it. Very positive.
Yeah, he looks in great shape. Looks in great shape, doesn't he?
Spence, sorry to take you off of it. It's Braveheart he came out to. Braveheart.
There you go.
That's it. There's Braveheart.
Is that gladiatorial, isn't it?
Yes, it is, of course.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Lovely combinations from Joe.
Yeah, Abercrombie taking center of the ring, looks in fantastic shape, getting off well with the jabs at the beginning of this 4-rounder. Super lightweight, Abercrombie in the black with the green trim, and Sampson in black with the grey trim.
Abercrombie's very eager. He's come really game and looks like does really want to get that force Carl out of there.
Mate, he means business, that's for sure.
He looks it, no, for sure.
Good to see Sampson, though, keeping his composure, not being overruled by the occasion. Abercrombie brought a few down here this evening.
Yeah. Out of all the cheers so far, that was the loudest. So yeah, he definitely has brought a few sorry guys down. But Carl's a little nippy as well, you know, switching stance, nice roll under that jab from Abercrombie.
Yeah, Sampson is better than his record would suggest. Only 7 victories out of 50-odd contests.
You can see, look, by his stance, you know, he's got a nice stance, he switches, he knows how to confuse his opponent, and that's the whole point of, you know, when you're an away fighter, having that longevity and being able to defend yourself and look after yourself. And you can really see, look, he's just...
Do you know those small margins mean so much in a professional ring? Like those, when we're talking small margins, you're talking a couple of inches either way, a couple of inches out of distance.
Definitely.
That is the difference between surviving and not surviving in a boxing ring. People don't recognise what that is, those tiny margins.
Yeah. Sampson's definitely not the type of fighter you want to be fighting if you're chasing a knockout or trying to get someone out of there.
I tell you what, Sampson must be in good nick because he's moving around that ring well. I tell you that, he's burning up a lot of energy, switching from southpaw to orthodox all the time, but not staying still for a second, making life difficult for Abercrombie to pin down.
Yeah, and what that lets me know is that, you know, Sampson doesn't like the power, he really doesn't want to get caught. So Joe's definitely showed him something in this first round for him to think, you know what, I'm not standing in front of you. Definitely on my back from the first round.
Yep, you know what? Abercrombie started very fast, though, didn't he? He started with intention.
Yeah.
He went out there, got off with a jab quick, and he was putting on a lot of pressure early in the round. And I think that may have made Sampson, you know, took a bit of confidence from him, took him for a little bit of surprise because Sampson went on his bike, you know, a lot, and he didn't stand still for a second there. Good opening round for Abercrombie. He'd be a little bit frustrated with that. He couldn't get off with the shots the way that he would like to get off with the shots, but needless to say, he won that round, I'm sure.
Yeah,
you know, he got off with the shots
for sure. It's the first half of the round.
Corners,
he was catching him, putting his, you know, pressure on Sampson, but the last part of it, I think Sampson was able to gauge the distance and just stay away. So yeah, it might have frustrated Joe a bit, but we'll see how this second round goes. Again, straight off that jab. I love that jab. Excellent. Nice and sharp.
Yep, just needs to find a range with that jab and then let those combinations go. That's the way for someone like Abercrombie to start picking up these stoppages, is by throwing punches in bunches. If you don't carry power in any single shot, you try to grind your opponent down, break them down, steal their soul in many ways.
Yep.
And that's the way you build up the stoppage victories. Abercrombie again just holding centre of the ring, making Sampson work around the perimeter, making him work hard, but Sampson doing a good job, Dan, of staying out of trouble, keeping the hands up well. Said that, and he shipped a couple there, but yeah, doing a good job of staying out of trouble.
Yeah, I'd love to know what Carl's amateur career, like what his amateur background was like, because he's got decent feet. Like, he knows how to move from side to side and, you know, stay out of range.
Yeah,
he jumps in, then he's out, you know what I mean? Like, and he switches quite well.
Yeah, got good movement, hasn't he? Like, you know, like you can see that there, you know, there's fundamentals there, you know, that there's good foundations there, and that's built from an amateur pedigree as opposed to white collar background or unlicensed boxing. You can see that he's well schooled.
Look, did you see that? It's moving side to side, then just out of the blue comes out with a backhand.
Little cheeky shot.
Yep. I hope
Dan Aziz throws a couple of them.
We love a cheeky shot, don't we?
Absolutely, mate.
Yeah.
He's just so difficult to pin down.
He really is. Like I mentioned. You know what? It's like I said. Four fights, and you haven't had a stoppage. Carl is not the one you want to be fighting.
No, 100%, mate. I agree with that. Sampson is not going to stay still for a second. He's like that annoying wasp that just keeps moving away, and you're trying to pin it down. You know when you're trying to get it, and you're trying to stamp on it, you're trying to slap it, trying to hit it with a towel.
As soon as you make one movement, it's gone.
Yeah.
And it's important for Joe to not get frustrated as well. You know, keep his composure, because these are the kind of fights that, you know, you can switch off and kind of get, you know, pissed off with someone who's not coming to fight and is quite negative.
Yeah.
But Carl Sampson's a negative fighter in a good way for him, how he wants the fight to go.
Listen, that's why he's got longevity in his career. He stays out of trouble. As I said, he's immensely fit. You've got to be able to manoeuvre around the ring like that. End of round 2 there. It's been a frustrating night so far for Joseph Abercrombie, but nevertheless, he's still got 2 rounds in the bank. Cole Sampson is doing what he's come to do, Dan, and that is survive, mate. Staying out of trouble.
Definitely.
Look at his face, not a mark on that face. He can be eating his Christmas dinner, no bruises.
100%.
Beautiful.
If he gets another last-minute call just before Christmas Day, he might be able to take it. But again, it will still give this second round to Joe, just because he's trying to make the fight, the pressure, the aggressiveness. But in terms for Carl, how he wants it to go, it is going well. He's surviving, and he's surviving quite well. He's not making it look so bad. He's moving quite nice, and he's showing the fundamentals.
Yep, good boxing skills from Sampson, staying out of trouble, staying out of range, manoeuvring from left to right, never staying still for a second. It's been a frustrating night so far for Abercrombie. Abercrombie winning the first 2 rounds on our scorecard, but not really being able to make an impact or a dent in Sampson at the moment.
Yeah, see, Joe's finding it quite hard to land a nice clean shot, and again that's because of Sampson's movement.
Yeah, that was better work there from Abercrombie. Sorry,
Abercrombie, yeah. When he throws punches in bunches, it's quite effective. When he's doing the single shots, you know, it's quite hard. Do you know what he should do? He should just think of the theme music that he came out to, Braveheart, and just charge at him. Just go at him.
That's what I was going to say, Dan. How do you pin a guy down like this? You cut him down. So he's walking around and he's giving him a little bit too much space at the moment.
Yep.
He needs to get himself just a little bit more in range and just force the pace, cut him down, pin him in the corners, then get off his shots. But easier said than done with someone like Cole Sampson, who will not stay still for a second.
I bet you Carl Sampson never does more than 4 rounds, or hardly does more than 4 rounds, because to be able to box like this for more than 4 rounds, it will take its toll on you, and this is why a 4-rounder is perfect for Sampson.
How many miles do you reckon he's clocked up in there already? I reckon if he was on the road, he's probably done 3 or 4 miles already.
Exactly. If this was a 10 or 12 rounder, you would hope that Sampson, all right, down the stretch, he's gonna fade or fall apart a bit. But there is no down the stretch in a 4-round. It's a straight 100-meter sprint.
It's a sprint. What I mean? Absolutely. And Sampson is doing what he come to achieve. He's achieving what he come to achieve. That's a moral victory for Sampson. The way that he's moving, staying out of trouble, not getting hurt, is making life frustrating for Abercrombie.
Definitely. Yeah, Sampson's not even really throwing any punches, just defending and using his feet to get out of range. But Joe, I like what he's trying to do, stay low, cut across the ring, but it is difficult against an opponent.
Do you know what I like, Dan? And if we're going to take the positives away from what Abercrombie is doing here, he's trying things, you know what I mean? He's not just like one-dimensional walking forward. That ain't working, so I'm not going to try something else. Like you say, he's coming in low, he's trying to pin him down. I've boxed someone like this, by the way. In my debut, a guy called Des Gargano who'd had about 135 fights, and he was the only guy at the time that took Naeem Hamed the distance. And he knew his way around the ring, and he did not stop moving. It was my debut on ITV, my debut in the professional ring. And this kid moved exactly like him, non-stop. And I can't tell you how frustrating and how hard it is to pin him down. It's all right, I was saying, Abercrombie's just got to force the pace a little bit more.
But when you're in there, it's not as easy as it. You know what I mean?
It's not. For people that are watching and viewing, they're going, just pin him down, stick him in the corner. Trust me, it ain't that easy.
It's not that easy, no, for sure.
Yeah, well, listen, another round in the bank from Joe Abercrombie.
And then sometimes you don't even want to be too reckless, because that's when you get caught with a shot. So,
seconds out, 4th and final round.
Yeah, so that music you was talking about was Braveheart, wasn't it?
Yep.
It's plastered right across the top of his shorts. Did you notice that?
Yeah, why didn't we see that? That was quite poor.
That's very poor, mate.
I said Game of Thrones, I said Titanic, bloody hell.
Very poor, that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's very poor, mate. It's Christmas, though, so we can get away with it. It's silly season, isn't it?
Yes. And Joe's coming in, he's forcing Carl back and making him a bit more
Yeah, a little bit more agitated, trying to close the gap. But he's doing all that he can at the moment. It's very difficult to box someone like Sampson, who's very negative, moving all the time, but achieving what he wants to achieve.
Yes. Do you know what's so funny? I bet you anyone who's watching this fight they're all saying, I would do this, I would do that. I can guarantee you everyone's saying that. Do this, do that. But you don't know how until you're in there with a fighter like that. Lovely right hand from Joe there. Until you're in there with a fighter like that, it's so frustrating and can be so annoying. But he's going for it. It's the last round. He's thinking, you know what? This guy just does not want to stand there and fight, so let me just, go for it.
Listen, it's going to be one of those fights. He'll look at it. He'll have learnt a lot from this Abercrombie. He's got that frustrating night behind him. It's all about the development stage right now. It's a fight that he's going to want to forget in many ways because it's been a frustrating night for him. But he's stuck to the game plan, stuck to the task. That's better work there from Abercrombie. Just trying to close the gap a little bit. But Sampson again tying him up, making life difficult.
But it's good because someone like Joe, if this fight does go the distance and he gets another points victory, you'll look and think, he's not a puncher, but sitting here ringside, when he's landing, I can hear the shots, I can hear the whack. So, you know, in another way, it could be a positive for him. You know, people want to fight him and may not see him as that dangerous fighter.
Just out of distance there, I'd like to see him moving his feet into range before letting his hands go there, Abercrombie. Got to be careful of that. Moving forward, you leave yourself in a vulnerable position when you fall short with the shots. Lean over just a little bit, but leave yourself in a dangerous position. Something to work on, maybe to go back to the gym. You know, we're trying to build. You look at him and you go, there's a lot to like about this kid.
Yep.
But if he can correct the little things, he'll make a big difference moving forward. Maybe that's one of them, that he tries to close the gap with his hands and not his feet.
Yeah, you know, you're not going to have many fights like this anyway. So like you said, it's a fight he'll probably want to not dwell on not too much. But, you know, as the referee, he was just warning them and separated them. Joe just shook his head, so you can tell it's been a frustrating night for him. But nonetheless, for me, he's had a clean 4-0 victory, and hopefully he doesn't come across another away fighter like this.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly that. It's the final bell.
Yep.
Joe Abercrombie versus Cole Sampson. Frustrating night for Abercrombie, a fight that we think he's won, and won every round in the process, but Sampson done what he came to do, and that was make life difficult, make life frustrating for Abercrombie, and survive the distance. And Dan, that's exactly what Sampson's done.
Yeah. So in a way, they both got the victory that they wanted, but probably Joe didn't get the victory how he wanted it, but nonetheless he's got it. And Carl's got the victory in surviving, not taking too much damage, can have a lovely Christmas turkey, looking good without too many bruises, and on to the next.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing, we go to the referee scorecard. Referee Lee Every scores the bout 40-36. And your winner, Joseph Braveheart Abercrombie.
Yeah, as expected, Joseph Abercrombie goes away with the victory over Cole Sampson in the super lightweight division. Frustrating night for Abercrombie. Sampson, he came, he lost, but in many ways, Dan, he won.
Yes, like I mentioned, you know, he didn't get the W on his record, but he definitely got the W in how he wanted to, you know, come in tonight and how he wanted to perform.
Just getting the team photos there as he picks up victory number 5.
But well done to Joe Abercrombie. I'd love to see him against another prospect, somebody who's game and comes to fight. I think he'd be really, really good. You know, so far he's fighting quite a lot of tough, durable, experienced away fighters. I'd love to see him against a prospect and someone who's actually come to win.
Absolutely. Well, 5-0 now for Abercrombie, and he's speaking to Melissa Z.
How are you feeling after that win?
Yeah, feeling good. Getting stronger as I'm getting older. I'm only 21-year-old. I've had 5 professional fights now, 5 wins. Feeling good, and just stepping stones. Just make it to the top, hopefully.
Yeah, as you say, you know, your 5th professional fight, you're kind of making that progress through the professional ranks. What do you think is the main difference between where you started and where you are now?
Well, I've come so far, do you know what I mean? I went home with Johnny 2 years ago. Thank him very, very much for helping me out. At first, I was a fighter. I kept coming forward, didn't use my head, kept getting punched. And thank God, Johnny calmed me down, got me the progress, and then in the end, I'm here now.
Carl Sampson, very experienced veteran, very light on his feet, kind of loves that evasive defensive movement. What was the game plan going into tonight's fight?
The game plan was just use my boxing skills and boxing and cut the ring off. and trying to hunt him down, but he was quite fast. But I got him in the end and broke him down slowly, but I wish I'd done 6 rounds now, and then I probably would have broken down and got a stoppage.
A quick word from John Edwards. What was some of the advice that you were giving Joseph in the corner?
Well, it was nothing. When we knew we had Carl, he only had a week's notice, and he come in and took the belt because his original opponent got suspended. But it was that. Jimmy Lee boxed Carl. I've seen him from the amateurs. He's a great fighter all round. And as I said to him, you're never going to land a big shot on him. Just keep chipping away, cut the ring off, and keep going and get the experience out of it, you know. But he kept Carl under pressure, won every round, so I'm delighted with the performance. And what was perfect today, when Carl did throw it, he defended everything. So I don't think 1 or 2 shots meaningless got on him. So that's the key, and not getting it as well.
What a really big way to finish off the year. What can we expect from you for 2025?
Well, just keep pushing, just keep training hard, and hopefully I'll get 11, 12 fights in, and then we'll start pushing for titles and getting there. But slowly, I'm only 21-year-old, I'm not young. I'm not 28, 29, 30-year-old, I've got to go fast at it. I'm only 21, I've got loads of time yet to make my way up there and get there one day, hopefully.
Well, listen, we look forward to seeing you back in action. Congratulations again on your win.
Thank you very much.
I'd like to thank Nelson Promotions for putting him on the show again, and we're out in March, and also Will has come into the team and doing his strength and conditioning, a great boxing man as well, so he got a great team around him, so you know, he's only young, keep building.
A bright future ahead. Congratulations. No worries.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for our next bout of the evening, scheduled 6 3-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. And now please welcome to the ring, Phil Williams.
Here we go. The heavyweight division over 6 3-minute rounds. Phil Williams, 6 victories, 57 defeats and 1 draw, but he knows his way around the ring, this kid, that's for sure. Lost to Jamie TKB last time out.
Yes, speaking of Phil Williams, I think I remember when he had his debut actually. He's a tough heavyweight. He's fought quite a lot of prospects, and he don't get stopped that often, so it'll be good to see how Franklin comes back from his defeat from Jamie TKV and how he approaches this. And I believe he's fought Phil Williams already. I'm not sure, I'll have to...
Hold on, mate. You remember his debut? That's 64 fights he's had.
Yep, I remember his debut.
How long ago was that?
2018. Against, it was against... Derek Chisora's old coach, how can I forget? Don Charles' son. It was against Don Charles' son, George Fox.
And yes, now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent to the ring,
how many years ago?
Franklin
like you said,
Ignatius.
Well, here we go. Franklin Ignatius. A friend of yours, Dan.
Yes.
6 victories.
Yeah.
1 defeat. One of those victories coming inside the distance. What can we expect tonight from Ignatius? I know that he's fought a few people down here.
Yep.
And he's looking to get back onto winning ways.
Yes, I'm expecting I'm expecting a very aggressive and positive performance. You know, I know he's coached very, very well, Brian and Ian, and they're very, let's say, they're not about messing around and all the cute stuff. They're straight, go forward and go for it. And I think that's what they're
scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds
to do,
in
especially
the
after he's lost to
heavyweight
TKV.
division.
And he's a strong fella. If you look at him, he's in great shape. He can punch,
in association
he's
with
athletic.
TM14 Promotions and Fight
into this fight
Academy.
and take it straight to Phil, because Phil definitely is, I'll say, straight from the off
your
to
area
survive.
Representative.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I ain't saying nothing bad about Ignatius, right?
We're sitting
in the corner for him, and he just looked down, mate, and he just gave me a look. look, yeah. And it was like a little bit of a scary look as well. And I'm thinking, you know what, let's be nice
and
to
now,
Franklin
ladies and
tonight.
gentlemen, introducing to you first,
and again,
fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing the black and green. His official weight of 263.8 pounds. He is a veteran of 64 fights. Hailing from Swindon, England, United Kingdom, introducing Phil Williams. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the black and red. His official weight of 231.8 pounds. He has a record of 8 fights, 1 loss, 1 draw, 6 wins, and 1 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Hailing from Dagenham, England, United Kingdom, introducing Franklin Ignatius.
Okay, lads, 6-round contest. Keep it clean at all times, keep yourself protected at all times. Touch gloves, here we go. Good luck, lads.
Here we go. Heavyweight contest over 6 3-minute rounds. Franklin Ignatius against the tough journeyman Phil Williams. Let's see how this one goes. Ignatius coming off that loss to Jamie TKV, and he means business tonight. Dan Aziz joining me in the commentary position this evening. Dan, a friend of yours, Ignatius, and a fight that we're looking forward to.
Yes, for sure. I saw Franklin in the corner bang his gloves together as they were announcing his name very, very aggressively, so I'm expecting an aggressive performance. Like you mentioned, he's just come off a loss to another prospect, Jamie TKV, and I'm pretty sure his corner, Brian and Ian, they'll tell him, look, listen, we ain't here for no games, go straight for him and get him out of there. Let's have a short night. So yeah.
Yep, Ignatius with the black shorts with the red stripe. Phil Williams with the black shorts with the green stripe.
Good body shot from Franklin Ignatius just a moment ago. I can tell he's looking to break him down as well, work the body, and then maybe try and take him out up top.
Well, it's tough to do that, Dan, isn't it, against Phil Williams, who we've seen so many times over the years. And that guy knows how to survive, man. He knows how to stay out of trouble, and that is important in professional boxing. If you take up that role as a journeyman, you know, if you take up that role as a guy that's going to come and develop young fighters and prospects coming through, but give them all the tricks of the trade, that guy, Phil Williams, he's learnt that.
No, for sure. And remember, this is the heavyweights as well, so imagine taking up that job, what you just described, as against punchers, people who could take your lights out with just one shot. So, you know, you can tell he knows his way around the ring, he knows what he needs to do against someone like Ignatius, and I think that's what he's going to try and do. You know, he'll hold here.
Dan, look how happy he looks in there, mate. He's smiling.
Yeah.
He's smiling. Imagine you had Ignatius coming at you, yeah? You ain't going to be smiling in that moment, are you? No. You're going to be focused. You're going to be, you know what I mean, switched on.
Do you know
Phil Williams is enjoying it in there.
Because he's been there so many times, and he's probably realised, you know what? it's something I'm going to come across. How many times? I might as well enjoy it, and that's why he's smiling. Or maybe he's just happy with the turkey he's looking forward to have for Christmas Day. Who knows? Because I definitely won't be smiling against someone like Franklin.
I wouldn't be smiling if I just got hit with a left hook like that either. Franklin Ignatius got through with a lovely left hook to the head and the body. Hands come down from Williams, smiles and says, okay, mate. Yep, I just heard Dan Aziz on comms there talking about the turkey.
Yes. No. Listen.
Ignatius now really loading up with those shots to body and head.
Yep.
But I tell you what, Williams is in his comfort zone, that's for sure.
Again, it's the experience. He's been there. He's been there. He's done it, so he knows what to expect.
Williams as we see in his previous contest, chooses to stand in the corner. Is that a psychological thing, Dan? Is that like telling your opponent, you know what, mate, no problem, you know, I'll stand up like we do in sparring sessions, I don't need the stool, I'm all right here. Does that tell his opponent, I'm in my comfort zone here, mate?
Do you know what? I think because it's just a 4-rounder, it's a 4-rounder, right? Or
no, it's a 6-rounder.
6-rounder. He's probably thinking, look, I'm all right. Like, it's a 6-rounder. I'm just gonna go through this like sparring, be as comfortable as I can, and do what I can do. I don't think he's trying to get into Ignatius' head, if I'll be honest. It's just what he's comfortable with. I believe so, anyway.
Seconds out, round 2.
Well, good start there from Franklin Ignatius, really gritting his teeth and, you know, no feeling out process in that first round, working the body well, working the head well, getting up for the big shots. But his opponent, Phil Williams, with the black shorts and the green stripe, he was very much enjoying it himself in there.
Yes, he was. We saw him smiling a couple times, and again, that's part of the psychological aspect of being in a fight. You know, you land a good shot on your opponent and your opponent smiles, you think, you know, what, is this guy crazy? Is he cuckoo? Did it not hurt? So, you know, look, again, stuck out his tongue. These are the things that can affect you when you're in the ring.
Come on, Dan. Everyone that gets in that ring's cuckoo, mate. You know that. You got to be a little bit cuckoo to want to get in there in the first place. When you break it down and digest it, right? I do this. Now I'm on the other side of the ropes. I'm sitting here. I think, what was I doing, mate? What was I, you know what I mean? Like, that place is just such a mad place to be. People don't understand the psychological, the demons that you go for in there. It's just crazy, right?
Yes, I remember one time saying to my coach, someone was crazy or something. He was like, look, listen, to just even get in the ring and want to take shots, give shots, you've got to be a little bit crazy. So,
Of course you have, man. You're definitely not wide upright to want to choose that as a living, you know. There's loads of other options you got out there.
Of course.
I mean, you got a degree, mate. You got a degree and you choose to get in there.
I could be in an office sitting down in a nice suit, typing away, but I'd rather take shots and give shots. How crazy is that?
Absolutely insane, mate. But I understand it because I'm that guy as well.
Definitely.
And as I say, that back to the action here in the second round. Ignatius still piling on the pressure, still trying to get off of those big right hands. But Williams doing what he does. Little double jab, hands down by the side, little smile every now and then.
Yes. I like, you know, the shots coming from Ignatius because they're meaningful. He's not pitter-pattering. The shots he's loading, you know, he's letting them rip.
Yeah, he's not playing around, that's for sure.
Lovely left hook to the body from Ignatius.
Yeah.
One thing about Ignatius, he's a thinking man. Again, he's somebody, I'm pretty sure he's got a degree, and sometimes he can overthink. And as well as, you know, we like to harp on about ring IQ, sometimes it's not good to overthink things when you're in there.
Totally agree with that. Little body shot went in a little bit low there from Ignatius. Fair play to Williams. He signalled it, but got on with it. Good right hand there from Ignatius. Just forced a little shake of the head there from Williams. Is he starting to
unravel? Get
through him a little bit here, Dan?
It looks like it is. It looks like it is. If Ignatius can stay switched on and keep this kind of pressure on, I'm seeing good things for the result of this fight. For him. Did he land that left hook?
There's the bell there, end of the second round, and that was a good workman-like round there from Ignatius. He built on the first round and he's just getting better as they go on. It's starting to become tough for Williams, who chooses to stay on his feet still. But let's take a look at some of the action in that second round. Ignatius really throwing meaningful shots to the head and to the body. Williams there trying to come back with some jabs of his own, but there's that body shot that went in, like you said, Dan.
Yes.
Right underneath the elbow, and there's the low blow as well. Fair play to Williams, he got on with it there.
Yeah, the referee didn't pick it up, and you know what, when you're in there, if the ref don't pick it up, you carry on, and that's what they both did. But I love in that highlight the right hook from Ignatius, and then finished off with a left hook to the body. That was a lovely combination.
Well, here we go.
Seconds out.
Just about to start the third round. First 2 rounds in the bank for Franklin Ignatius on our scorecards anyway.
Yep.
Williams done a good job of sort of staying out of trouble, soaking out a couple of big shots, but is he just starting to feel it here? We'll find out in this third round.
Yeah, look, Phil's, you know, he's beating his chest, so it goes to show, you know, he's still in there, sticks his tongue out. And I can just hear his coach, Franklin's coach, saying, don't take no notice of the sticking the tongue out, because usually, more times when you do things like that, it's because you are hurt or you have been caught. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. The amount of times we see a fighter get shook to the sole of his boots and then smile.
Exactly.
But his eyes have separated at that point, and you go, no, mate, you're not all right. You know, it's called kidology.
Exactly that. And this is where Franklin's just got to stay focused, don't worry about that, and keep on pressing how he is, letting his shots go, working the body.
Well, he's still sitting down on those shots, Franklin, just looking to break the guard there of Williams, but Williams doing a good job defensively at the moment.
I like how Franklin's keeping his distance with his jab. He's able to get full power, just missed with a right hand there, but he's able to get good power. When he's too close in, he smothers a bit, but when he's got his distance, he lands really meaningful jabs. Oh, that's a lovely left hook to the body again.
Yeah, he's been finding that shot well, hasn't he?
Comes back with a lovely left hook. You do not want to be at the end of those kind of swinging shots from Ignatius.
No, he's starting to break through the guard and he's taking his time, picking his shots. Just found his distance here, Ignatius, in this third round. Williams now starting to bite down on that old gum shield. Dan, we know what that's like.
Yes. It seems to me that Phil's demeanor's, you know, changing slightly as Franklin's working him a bit more.
Into the final minute of this third round, it's been Franklin Ignatius.
Lovely left hook to the body and finishes up upstairs. This is good work from Franklin. I'm really impressed. He's been very consistent.
Yeah, working well, isn't he? Being creative, being patient as well, which is always good. Maybe the one criticism you can have is he's overstepping that right hand sometimes and just losing the range on that. Maybe something to work on, but good left hook. Went through there, and Smith, Williams now starting to fill them. Another left hook as well.
Yep. Oh, lovely shot from Franklin Ignatius.
That's what Williams has to do there, and I think it was important that Williams actually done that, and that was to come back with some shots, because he was on the end of some heavy punishment there, Williams, as he takes a slow walk back to the corner. Dan, that would have taken something out of him that round.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm not quite, you know, with Franklin, he really stuck it on him in that round, and I wasn't happy to see, you know, at the end him hug Phil Williams, and like, you know, it goes back to like, yeah, you know, we're just in there. You need to keep it, look, I'm here to destroy you. You don't give them that chance to think, oh, you know, he's just boxing. And no, because those are the kind of things that sap the energy out of you as well. When, you know, try and nudge your opponent to let him know that, yeah, you know, it's just
Corners, 10 seconds.
I'm here to take you out. And that kind of mentality, I want to see that from Franklin.
Seconds out.
That dog mentality.
That's it. You don't let your opponent know, look, listen, yeah, we're just in here to fight. No. Even there you go with the tapping. I'm not really a big fan of the tapping the gloves before and after the round. What was you like, Spence?
Nah,
you seem
mate,
like you seem like someone that used to tap. Like.
Nah, mate, I let the shots go, mate. I was ruthless. I was spiteful.
So you never used to tap before the end of the round.
No, I'll tap in the 12th and final round. And that's a respect of a gladiator. Because when you've been 12 rounds, anyone that's listening to this, and Dan, you'll understand it because you've been 12 rounds, that's like you're a week in that ring in 12 rounds, mate.
No,
so at the end of the 12th round, or the beginning of the 12 rounds, I'm going to tap.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a cuddle even.
Fairs.
Yeah? If I'm doing a 4 or 6 rounder, mate, you're getting taken out if you put your hand out to me.
That's it. Viewers, please let me know if you think Spence was the tapping kind of guy, because
please, if we could, if you could,
because Spence, you're a nice guy, that's why.
Nah, mate. Yeah, but you know that when they call me the Omen, don't you?
Yeah. Oh,
so I was a devil inside the ring, but a nice guy out of it.
Yeah, I know quite.
So
a
they call me the Omen.
Like
I switched.
Back
You're
to
a nice guy, mate. Where does that come from? Super Dan Aziz?
No, I'm not.
You get in there, but you're nasty, mate.
Oh, just as you're speaking of Super Dan Aziz, Ignatius lands a beautiful overhand.
There you go. And he's speaking to you as well.
Yep.
And he's speaking to you as well.
Because that's the confidence that he's getting, you know.
Ignatius is on a flow at the moment. He's hit some rhythm. Right hand's gone in as well.
The right hands that you said weren't landing, he's landed two beautiful ones just now.
Yeah. This is good work from Ignatius, and Williams now looks happy to hold.
Yep. And whilst, you know, he's breaking down Phil, I don't think he should wait too much. Keep dictating, keep going first and letting the hands go.
What did he say to you there, by the way? Do you think he was pissed off because we was talking about you in between the round?
I don't know, I'm not sure. But I think he's probably said something to just let me know, yeah, this guy's going. Oh,
lovely body shot again.
That shot sounded crippling.
I'll tell you what, Dan, he is finding that left hook to the body right underneath the elbow of Smith there, placing it, time and perfection.
Yes, that was brilliant because, you know, as Phil Williams is unraveling, he's opting for that high guard, and he's quite round down the midsection, so he can't protect it all. So that's where, just like there, Ignatius is landing them right hooks to the body and them left hooks.
Yeah, getting through with the shots now, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Body shot again, mate. He's going to be bruised around those ribs tomorrow, that is for sure.
Spence, you see when you're like quite round around the midsection area.
Why are you asking me that?
Okay. No, but you know, like when you're a bit thick around the midsection, does that help you absorb the shots, or is it worse? Because I always think, because when I hit someone that's a bit tubby, it feels like a punching bag. So I'm like, oh, it's not really affecting them.
I wouldn't know. I couldn't give you that answer, Dan. I don't know if you see what I've got underneath this top.
No, you're insane. You're insane.
You know what I mean? But, you know, let me ask someone else, maybe around that. Yeah, but no, I'm sure it'll give you some form of cushioning.
Yeah, but you know why I'm asking? Because Ignatius has landed some meaningful hooks around the midsection, and it's, you know, it's not that look right there. Like they landed beautifully around the sides, and Phil's still there.
Yeah, and he's still ready to go.
Corners, 10
he's up
seconds.
now as we go in.
Seconds out, round 5.
Here we go, beginning of round number 5. 4 rounds to nil so far on our scorecards. Franklin Ignatius against Phil Williams. Williams, the experienced survivor in Ignatius, coming off that loss to Jamie TKV. He wanted the victory tonight, and boy, he's come out like he wanted it.
No, definitely. Like I said, the shots he's landing, they're meaningful. You know, he's pushing forward, he's aggressive, and the body shots, they speak for themselves, because I'm sure they're echoing around this leisure centre.
Just tell people how Paul Williams' ribs are going to be feeling tomorrow.
Oh yeah, you never know. You know, he could be pissing blood. It gets to that stage, you know, when you around the kidneys and stuff like that. Look again, like,
it's
but
no
look,
joke.
Phil's just tapping his chest like, yep, come on, but obviously, you know, they are affecting him, but it shows his grit and determination as well.
Yeah, good, tough character is Phil Williams, that's for sure. He always gives a good account of himself.
No, it does.
He's only won 6, lost 57 and drawn 1, but boy, this guy knows how to survive. He knows how to soak it up, that is for sure, man.
Yeah, how many has he lost by stoppage or by KO?
Not many.
Yeah, and you can see why. You can see why. He knows his way around the ring. He knows how to, you know, he's got his little tricks. You'll see him getting worked, and then he'll just land a hard jab just to let the opponent know, hey. But he's
body shots again there, driving in, and Williams calls him on, but they've got to be taking an effect. Ignatius piles it on, walks into a jab himself there, but good work again from Ignatius to the body.
Lovely right hand from Ignatius.
Yeah, dominant at the moment, isn't he? He's been dominant from the opening bell. Ignatius in the black shorts with the red stripe. and Phil Williams in the black shorts with the green stripe. Lion on the back of his shorts, and he's showing a bit of that character tonight, Dan, that's for sure.
Yes, he is. I think Ignatius just needs to show, you know, just step it up. You know, he just needs to show a different level, and he could be able to take him out.
I don't know, you know, I think that Williams is just one of these guys that knows how to survive, mate, knows how to control the pace, if you like. When Ignatius is picking it up, Williams just knows how to sort of like counteract it, to take it away, you know.
No, you're right, he does, but everything's one pace, so he knows what to expect, and he can, you know, he can ride shorts and just take the little bit of sting. But when you just bam, 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 you know, and you're a bit explosive, that's the surprise element that I think Ignatius is just lacking. But he's very consistent. That's one thing I'll give him.
5 rounds down, 5 rounds in the bank for Franklin Ignatius.
Yes.
Phil Williams playing his part in a decent little contest here, but soaking up the body shots, and we've just been talking about them with Dan Aziz and how he'll feel tomorrow. Some big shots got in there, great left hook landed there as well. Danny's having success to the head as well.
Yes, them hooks have been really the highlight of the night for Ignatius during this contest.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out, 6th and final round.
Final round of this good heavyweight contest, 6 3-minute rounds. Franklin Ignatius, Phil Williams, as they come to the centre of the ring, touch the gloves for the final time. Can Ignatius build on that 5 rounds and try and force the stoppage against the tough, rough Phil Williams? Dan, I'm not sure he can. I think Williams just knows how to survive, doesn't he?
No, he does. And even though there was times where he was unraveling, you know, he picks himself back and gets himself in, you know, a stance or position where he looks like, okay, I'm okay. He might not be looking to win, but oh, what a lovely right hand from Franklin Ignatius. And this is what I'm talking about when I say that explosiveness, that surprise element.
Mate, that right hand shook him down to the sole of his boots. He went down heavy there, but the legs still not quite recovered. Can Ignatius now
Why is
jump on it?
Shaking hands after you just dropped your opponent? Get him out of there.
Well, he's going for it here, Dan. He's rolling the dice a little bit here. Ignatius is looking for the grandstand finish.
Yep, and this is where the experience comes from. Phil, he's going to hold, he's going to hold. He's going to hold and do everything he can to survive the rest of the round. That's
Big right
it.
hands again going in.
That right hand was lovely, right over the jab of Phil, and that was because it was one pace. Then Phil was getting too comfortable with the pace that Franklin was working at, and then once he just exploded like that, it shook him out of his boots.
Still got plenty of time on the clock. 1 minute 30 seconds left of this round, so plenty of time for Ignatius to put it on here. But Dan, I'm going to ask you the question here, mate. Is Ignatius maybe starting to feel the pace a little bit from that explosive little burst?
Yeah, maybe so. Look, these are, you know, 200-pound odd guys, you know, working at that pace. It's going to take something out of you, but...
Well, listen, I think he must have heard me, mate, because the answer is no. He's put his foot on the pedal again there.
Yeah, but we need him to do it again. We need him to do it again. That's the only way he's going to get Phil out of there. He needs to keep pressing or just surprise him. You know. Oh, lovely left hook from Franklin. Beautiful.
Yep, huge left hook right above us there.
And I can tell you for a fact his corner are really happy with the performance of Franklin. I was very impressed with that right hand. It was lovely.
I've been impressed with the performance, if I'm honest. It's been a work-win-like performance.
He just missed with that right hand again.
Yeah, he's looking for it here.
Yep.
20 seconds left on the clock. He's going for it. He senses it. Williams looking to hold, and rightly so, as the clock counts down. Last 10 of this 6th and final round. Body shots go in again.
That was a good performance for Franklin, and I'm sure he'll be happy with that performance. He might not have got the stoppage, but he got a beautiful knockdown, and I'm sure he'll be looking to work on from that going into the new year.
Yeah, great performance there from Ignatius. Let's see if we can take a look at the knockdown. There we see it, good jab from Williams. And then there, left hand low, right hand over the top, landing, boom, straight on the button. And Williams, the durable, tough Williams, goes down, done well really to beat the count there from another angle. Lovely shot from Ignatius. Dan, he'll be very pleased with that performance.
Yes, no, he should be. And the thing is, it's hard against the away fighters like Phil who come here to survive. You know, he was able to get that knockdown because Phil was attacking. If they don't attack, it doesn't present no openings. But Phil done very well to survive and come away with a points defeat, and Franklin done well to get a good knockdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, we go to the referee scorecard. Referee Sean McAvoy scores the bout 60-53. And your winner, Franklin Ignatius.
Well, back on a winning run now. Franklin Ignatius makes it 7 victories. That 1 defeat last time out against Jamie TKV. And a good performance there. And a great performance from Phil Williams as well. As always, gives it his all. The real backbone of British boxing, people like that. Always turn up and put up a great performance. But very pleased with Ignatius and the way that he performed there. Very good. And I think that Franklin Ignatius is now joined up with Melissa Z, and we're going to hear from him right now. Over to you, Melissa.
Franklin Ignatius, your 9th professional outing. How are you feeling after that performance?
Yeah, I feel like I have to thank TKV for forcing me to step my game up. I understand what this pro boxing is about now. Do you know what I mean? I'm going forward, my next fight, everyone's going to see. You know what I mean? So, I hate losing, but I have to thank TKV for making me understand what this game's about. Let's go.
Obviously, coming off of that loss to Jamie TKV, as you said, it's built on your motivation. I think we saw that in there against Phil Williams. He's a really hearty opponent. You got him on the canvas in that last round. It felt like you could smell blood. You were stepping forward. Were you hoping to get that finish?
Yeah, 100%. You know, credit to Phil. He's a tough guy. Every shot I hit him with, I could see him hurting, but he stuck in there. You know, so credit to him, and he was a good competitor.
You know, with Phil's experience, what was the game plan going into that fight, and what were your corner and your coaches telling you? Listen, it's simple. The reason I was able to go back in fighting so quickly was because I had a great team. So it had nothing to do with them. My loss was on me. You know, they were telling me what to do every step in camp, and I was overthinking things and not sticking to what I know I can do. So, like I said, my last fight woke me up to do what I need to do. They didn't have to change anything. I simply did what I needed to do. You finished 2024 on a big win. What are you hoping to do in 2025?
Listen, 2025 is when I announce myself on a big stage. Every fight, the mentality you saw in there today is what's going to be coming every single fight. I've learnt my lesson from my last one, and I don't look to repeat my mistakes again.
Well, listen, congratulations, big win, and obviously great comeback after that loss. We look forward to seeing you back in action in 2025.
Thank you. See you soon, guys. Everyone tune in. It'll be a lot of fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for our next bout of the evening, scheduled 6 3-minute rounds in the super welterweight division. And now please welcome to the ring, Dale Arrowsmith.
Here we go, 6-3s, the super welterweight contest. Dale Arrowsmith, another guy with a losing record, but very, very tough and durable. 6 victories, 121 defeats and 5 draws. This guy knows his way around the ring. That is for sure. And he will be looking to survive and last the 6 rounds here this evening as well. We've seen him on a number of occasions, Dan, and this kid, he's tough, he knows his way around.
Yes, like you said, 121.
And now please welcome his opponent to the ring, Ibrahima Diallo.
Ibrahima Diallo, 10-0, 2 KOs. He's looking to make it 11 this evening against a tough Bell Arrowsmith. But Diallo is a good prospect.
How can he just drop on the way in? Jesus, what a way to make an entrance. Did you not see that?
Did he just fall over? That's the second person I do see do that, you know.
Yeah, that was, we saw the ring card girl, she dropped.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds in the super welterweight division. This bout is brought to you by Mark Nielsen of Nielsen Boxing in association with TM14 Promotions and Fight Academy. This bout is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. Your area representative, Dan Frost, and your timekeeper at the bell, Nick White, and your third man in charge of the action in the ring, referee Sean McAvoy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing the black and silver, his official weight of 153.3 pounds. He is a veteran of 132 fights, hailing from Hyde, Lancashire, England, United Kingdom. Introducing Arrowsmith. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the black and red. His official weight of 159 pounds, bang on. He is currently undefeated with 12 fights, 2 draws, 10 wins, and one of those wins coming by way of knockout. Hailing from Miami, Florida, USA, introducing Ibrahima Diallo.
Okay, lads, 6-round contest. Keep it clean at all times, keep yourself tight at all times. Touch gloves. Here we go.
Here we go. Referee giving his final instructions. 6 3-minute rounds in the super welterweight division. The undefeated Ibrahima Diallo versus Daryl Arrowsmith. Ibrahima Diallo, southpaw. Didn't have the best entrance there, Dan. Ring entrance, had a little accident coming into the ring.
No, he didn't. So I'm hoping he's want to take it out on his opponent. But yeah, that was a bad way to enter into the fight. But he started off very good, landing some lovely, meaningful shots. And he's quite composed, I like it.
Yeah, he looks great. He's got a great style. Very composed, nice and relaxed.
Yeah, and the shots are very sharp and sound powerful.
Yeah, surprising he's only got the 1 victory inside the distance out of the 10 victories he's had, because he seems like a more crisp puncher than that, if I'm honest.
Yes, definitely.
Lovely chopping shot there, and we just see Arrowsmith complaining about the shot landing.
Oh, poor Arrowsmith. I think he thought this was, you know what, a nice 6-rounder, but he's really shipping some shots like early on in the round. But like you mentioned, Dell's had a few losses and only been stopped a couple times, so he is tough and can probably take some punishment. But these shots, yeah, they're very crisp.
Chopping shots from Diallo again there. He definitely knows how to fight this kid, that's for sure. First time I've seen him. Lovely left hand went in there as well, just forced Arrowsmith back momentarily. But great start this from Diallo.
Yeah, great start. But let's not jump the gun. It's only the first round, you know. Let's see how he goes down the stretch. Lovely double right hook from Diallo.
You know what it is, Dan? When you're fighting a guy that's had 132 fights, 133 fights,
yes.
when you're fighting a guy like that and he's lost 121 of them, you need to put them in their place early so they're not allowing them to grow into confidence or whatever, and that's exactly what Diallo's done.
Although Diallo's nationality is from Belgium, he's got like a kind of American style.
Yeah, he has, and he brought a good crowd with him, by the way, as well. I heard there's about 100 plus come over from Belgium to see him.
Yeah, he's from Belgium, but I think he trains out in Miami, and I can see that kind of American-like style from him.
Body shots again there, crunching in around the back of the elbow, and Arrowsmith just acknowledging that. The body shots are going in here though, and the reason you can tell that, Dan, is when a fighter starts bending over, bending forward, you know that he's feeling the effects of those body shots. Great start there from Ibrahima.
And if you saw the way Dale walked back to the corner, I don't know what's happened to him.
He's in trouble here,
but
mate.
He looks like something's up, like something's hurting. I don't know what it is, maybe it's his wrist or his arm, or I don't know, but he went back to the corner and he weren't too happy.
No,
and you can see him wincing, and you know, it might be an early night for Diallo.
Yeah, he's in big trouble here. He's in a lot of discomfort. His pride might keep him in there, but he's feeling it.
Look, and as we speak, it's been waved off. He hurt his wrist. I think he got caught or something happened, but it's been waved over. And do you know what that is, Spence? You know, body shots. Body shots ain't just hitting round the ribs. It's everywhere. Hitting the arms, hitting the wrist.
It ain't a joke.
It's not a joke. And look, I'm pretty sure Diallo hit him somewhere in his hand or something. I don't know. It might have been an accident. We'll have to look back at the replay. But look, he's just before Christmas. He's got himself a TKO win.
Mate, I'm not sure he hit his hand. If I'm totally honest,
yes,
he was fighting. He was throwing spiteful shots in there, out the southpaw stance. I know those chopping hooks, they took an effect. You could see Arrowsmith starting to complain early. And then the body shots were ripping in. And I mentioned about him bending forward. He was feeling the pace of that. Let's take a little look and see if we can pick up where the accident happened. If it happened, it may have been here. There we see the shots.
So basically, you're saying...
Oh, you see him there, he shakes his hand, he landed a shot and it pulled away funny. I think he may have done his elbow or his hand or something, Dan, but that's what's happened there. So no, it wasn't the body shots, no, it wasn't the chopping left hands and the chopping right hands. He actually, you saw him at the end there, he'd done his hand in. That's a very unfortunate way and an unfortunate end for Arrowsmith, who those sort of guys need to fight week in, week out. Luckily for him, it's Christmas, so he gets that little break, but very, very unfortunate there.
Definitely, and these away fighters, sometimes it's not worth it. You know, if they take a minor injury, they might as well just sit it out, let it heal and come back again. But listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, after one completed round, referee Sean McAvoy accepts the retirement of the red corner, as the red corner was in no position to continue. Therefore, your winner, Ibrahima Diallo.
Good, solid performance from Ibrahima Diallo there. From Belgium, trains out in America, gets the first round victory over the normally durable Dale Arrowsmith. If you've just joined us, do not leave. We've still got 3 contests to go.
So what does that go down as, Spence? A technical decision, a TKO?
TKO. The TKO. That'll go down to the TKO.
And Diallo's doing some dance moves. You just missed it, Spence. Did you like a bit of that?
Was it my sort of moves? Don't you see me move, mate?
Yeah, it's your type of moves, to be fair.
Really?
Yeah, done a bit of a bogle. Oh, and then he fell out the ring again. Jesus. He's struggling to get in and out of the ring.
I've seen fighters fall in, but I've never saw them fall out as well. Wow. Well, listen, I think that he's just joined Melissa Z, and we're going to hear what he has to say about that performance and what lies for the future for him. So let's go over to Melissa Z. and see what Ibrahima Diallo's got to say.
Ibrahima Diallo, your UK debut is now completed. We barely got a sneak peek of what you have to offer. Only 3 minutes in there. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very good. I think today we see that when we came from a long way, you know, because I'm coming from Belgium and Guinea, and now I'm here today. It's like a dream for me, you know. When I was child, I'm dreaming to fight in the UK, in the US, and now I'm here, keeping the work, and I'm very proud.
Yeah, you should absolutely be very proud. You know, the UK fans know very little about you. Why do they call you the Diamond?
Remember my name. That's the only thing I want to say, you know, because I'm an hard worker, I'm a pretty boy too, and I'm strong. So let's see what happens next. But I think it's gonna be big.
Do you know, it's very interesting because Dale Arrowsmith, he's a veteran of the sport. He's very, very experienced. Did you know much about him coming into the fight tonight?
Yeah, and we know that's a tough opponent. He had a lot of fight, a lot of experience, but he not always lost before the limit. But today, no other way to finish the fight before. You know, you see the first round, I was very strong, control a lot with my team. We work every day, and all I want to say is Alhamdulillah, because everything is coming from God. So thanks to the UK fan, thanks to my people who came from a long way, and I'm proud. I want to make a shout out for my uncle. He can't come because a lot of problem, but shout out to Moussa Diallo in Belgium. We're together.
Ibrahima, this was your 13th professional fight. You've had the early part of your career abroad. What do you think is the main difference between fighting there and fighting here in the UK?
I think it's the exposition, you know. In Belgium, I'm like, not a lot of people sees me, and I'm here to show the world who I am. And like Muhammad Ali said, I'm gonna show you how great I am.
You brought a lot of fans with you across from Belgium. How much does it mean to you that they came all this way to support you?
It means that that is my family, you know. It's my people from long time. I don't have a lot of friends. I made a lot of sacrifice. I trained in Spain with my coach Carlos Fomento for 2 years. So I'm far away from my people, but they are here from my first fight. You know, I lost my five amateur fight. First amateur fight I lost, and now I'm here. It's like crazy, you know. A lot of people doesn't believe that I'm a good boxer. They say I'm very skinny. I don't have punch, but now I think I'm gonna prove wrong, you know. And I'm very proud of this.
Do you have a message for your fans, the people that support you, the people that invest their time, their money to further your career?
I just want to say thank you, and it's just the beginning, you know. We're gonna show Diallo legacy. Diallo legacy. Remember my name, Ibrahima Bea Junior Diallo. Remember that.
Ibrahima, before I let you go, one final question from me. 2024, we've ended it on a big high. Your UK debut completed. You stopped him after the first round. What is 2025 going to see?
2025 going to be a big intercontinental or international title for the big four, like WBC, IBF. I don't know how we say it in English, but that's it. I think in 2K25 we're going to have a big fight, and I'm going to prove who I am to the world again.
Well, listen, congratulations. The UK welcomes you, and we look forward to seeing you back here.
Thanks, and I hope I will be back very soon. And I wanna say something to all the promoters, all the big promoter. Keep my name in your head. I'm coming for all of us.
Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, the action will continue very shortly.
That was definitely part of your moves, Spence.
Yeah, I think you could be right there, Dan. I think I've dropped at that a couple of times in the nightclub. I'm sure I've been spotted out there a little bit doing that. I'm sure that Super Dan Aziz has been seen doing stuff like that as well in the past.
I'm as stiff as a robot, so I definitely ain't doing doing the wave like that.
Yeah, I've dropped that move many times, mate. Me. Well, if you just joined us, 3 contests left. Next up, we got Doro Mungus versus Egus Sneeze. Looking forward to that one. And then we get into the penultimate contest. Lucas Roig versus Joel McIntyre. Joel McIntyre is a former English light heavyweight champion. 21 victories and 9 defeats against the debutant of Lucas Roig. That fighter is managed by George Groves. George Groves has said there's a lot of talk around this kid, and we're looking forward to seeing him. And then we finish off the night with Michael McKinson going in against Ryan Frost. Michael McKinson, been around a long time, 26 victories, 2 defeats, and coming off a world title loss as well. So that rounds up our evening of boxing. 3 contests left, and we will be starting the action again shortly. So we'll be taking just a very short break right now. 3 contests remaining this evening, and we will be kicking that action off in the next 6 or 7 minutes or so. So stay with us, guys. 3 decent contests left, and I'll be speaking to you very, very shortly. Okay, we're not far away from the action resuming here this evening. What a great night we've had. If you just joined us, 3 fights to go on the Christmas Chaos show. Dan Aziz is in the commentary position next to me. Dan, we've had a great night so far.
Yes, if you've just joined us, shame on you, because there's been some really good fights, man. I've had was it Grasso versus Irving? I've had that as my fight of the night so far. I just saw Irving, you know, gave him a good congrats, you know, and he was pleased with his performance. You know, even though he got a draw, he was happy. Said he's going home, he's going to enjoy some lovely turkey, and he's going to come back firing in the new year. So that was nice to see. And like you said, we're in the second half of the fight night, and we've got Lucas.
Yeah, but looking forward to this one. This is George Groves, cruiserweight prospect, making his debut here this evening. Lucas Roig going in against the experienced Joel McIntyre.
Former English champion.
Yeah, it's a big ask of a guy making his debut, but Roig has apparently been doing very well round the gyms, sparred with people like Shebnon Clark, Ben Whittaker, Jaya Pataya, Chris Billham-Smith, Josh Boatsi.
Yep.
Has he had a little go with you?
Yep, I've sparred him as well. I think I sparred him earlier this year. And like I said, I thought, who's this babyface kid like? What's he going to do? And when I say he got in there, he showed his skill, very technical. He's got bottle, and he's someone I can say I'm expecting big things from him.
Brilliant. Well, looking forward to that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for our next bout of the evening, scheduled for 3-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. And now please welcome to the ring, Edgar Sneijder.
Oh, this is a good friend of mine, an old opponent, Edgar Sneijder. I like him. I fought him when I was on the way up. And you know what? We've stayed in contact ever since. He's got a brother too. They're both tough, durable away fighters.
Yeah, comes with 6 victories, 53 defeats, and 1 draw. But as Dan Aziz says, Edgar knows his way around the ring.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent to the ring, Doru Moga.
Doru Mongos making his debut here tonight against the tough Edgar Sneijder. And this is a big moment, a big night for Mongos. He's brought a good crowd down with him here this evening, and he'll be looking to put in a brilliant performance tonight, making his debut against someone that Dan Aziz knows very well in Edgar Sneijder. Well, Dan, what can we expect from this young man this evening?
I'll be honest, I haven't seen Doru fight. He boxed as a cruiser, as an amateur. So I think he's gonna box as a light heavy, as a pro. He's good mates with a fellow stablemate of mine down at the Peacocks, Dorian, who are they're
Ladies
Russian,
and gentlemen,
so
this bout scheduled for
good
4 3-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. This bout is brought to you by Mark Nielsen of Nielsen Boxing in association with TM14 Promotions and Fight Academy. This bout is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. Your area representative, Dan Frost, and your timekeeper at the bell, Nick White, and your third man in the ring in charge of the action, A-star referee, Lee Every. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing the black trunks. His official weight of 185.8 pounds. He is a veteran of 60 fights. Hailing from Riga, Latvia, introducing Edgar Sneijder. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the white trunks. His official weight of 181.8 pounds. And tonight, he is making his professional debut. Hailing from Hoddesdon, Hertfordshire, England, United Kingdom. Introducing Doru Moga.
Okay, lads, when I say stop, you stop boxing. When I say break, take a step back. Keep your hands up and take yourself off.
As the referee gives his final instructions, this is a light heavyweight contest over 4 3-minute rounds. Doru Mongos against Edgar Sneijder.
Seconds out.
Sneijder in the black shorts, and Mongos in the white. Dan Aziz, you know Snides well. You boxed him many years ago.
Yes.
He knows his way around the ring, this kid. Yes, he's only got 6 victories out of his 60 contests, but he knows his way around the ring.
And if you look, I think he's 6 victories. I think they've all been stoppages. I think they were all KOs. They're all KOs.
Heads just clashed together there. And
So
we saw Mongus just tapping away his head there. I didn't know if he thought it was a little cut or something there. It was a bad clash of heads, Dan. They've got to be careful of that.
Yes, for sure. I think Doro just needs to settle down a bit, you know. It's his debut, and this is what I'm talking about, you know, when you're making your debut, sometimes you can be a bit jittery and, you know, the occasion can get to you. So I just think he needs to settle down and work his way into the fight. Because Edgar, he's experienced, he's boxed a lot of fighters, and he's the one that is, you know, he's had 6 victories and however many losses, but all them victories, they've come by stoppage or knockout. So you do not want to be the one that loses to him, because it's probably going to be by a KO. You have to be switched on with him.
I tell you what, their heads just keep banging together here in this opening round. Both guys, Snides just leading off to the body there, slamming the shot in, but Mogos is trying to push forward, trying to create an opening here in this opening round, but Snides knows his way around the ring, that's for sure.
Yes, he does. Doro's found, he's got a few people down here. Sneeds has found that left hook a few times, so, and round the side as well.
Yeah, lovely little shot round the side there from Snides. Just placed that one well, didn't he, Mogos? Mogos is complaining again about the heads coming together there.
Edgar's the type that when you're fighting him, you really need to put him under manners and let him know, oi, look, I'm here and I'm in charge. Otherwise, he will grow in confidence, he'll get comfortable, and he will start throwing shots.
Yeah,
just like that. Doro needs to let his hands go and put him under manners, because Edgar, he's tough, and you know, if you let him get in a groove and even let him punch often, he gets confident.
Yep, Snides is that type of fighter that will grow in confidence. As Dan Aziz said, out of his 6 victories, they've all come inside the distance, and Mogos has to stamp his authority early in this one, let him know he's the governor, and he's trying to do that right now by holding centre of the ring, working well off that jab.
The end of the first round. Who did you give that to, Spence?
Do you know what? That was a tough round to score, if I'm honest, because Snides, he had his moments in there. He landed some good shots.
Yes.
Mogos, let's take a look at the action in that round. The heads were coming together, but we see there, Mogos going round the sides, but Snides was the one with the lovely little shots on the inside, showing that experience. And maybe a round I'd lean towards Snides there.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, I was thinking and leaning towards Snides as well, but I just wanted to ask you first, because maybe I might have been looking through, you'd been a bit biased, because I know Edgar.
You wanted me to back you up, that's
that's it.
Come on, man, it's silly season, you can do that.
And Doro's got a lot of fans here, so at least they'll go after you than me.
They can't pick on the little guy, mate. Come on. Well, interesting fight, this one. No one really stamped their authority in that opening round. Subjective scoring. Did you go for Mogos or did you go for Snides? We went for Snides. Just thought that he had the cleaner, more effective work in that opening round. But let's see. Now, Mogos has got that first round, that debut, out of the way. And Dan, that can always be won with a lot of pressure and over-trying. And maybe he was guilty of that.
Yes. Like I said, he was very jittery in the first round, but it's expected. It's his first fight. He's got people, quite a lot of people here. And look, so far in this round, Edgar's landing his shots and he's getting out of the way.
Yeah, as you said, you know, with someone like Edgar Snides, you don't want to let him get into a rhythm. You don't want to let him grow in confidence, because the journeymen do that.
Yes.
They're looking to pick up that rare victory. And how nice would that be before Christmas?
Do you know what I'm saying? I kind of think, because Snyder has seen me commentating, he's gonna put even more of an effort. So I don't know if I'm a blessing or curse for Doro being here.
Do you think he wants the rematch?
I love Edgar. He's such a cool and nice human being.
I tell you what, he's boxing well here. He's getting off first with the shots, and that's probably doing enough to win these rounds as he loops the right hand and just goes a little long there. But yeah, he's getting success here. And Morgos needs to start doing something a little more effective, because maybe he's letting these rounds slip away from him. And when it's a 4-round fight, Dan, you haven't got a chance to let a round slip, especially 2 rounds, because you're in trouble.
Yep, and for Edgar, he's done a few 6-rounders, 8-rounders, so a 4-round here. It's quite easy pickings for him, to be honest.
That was better from Morgos there. Got success with that right hand. He needs to build on that now, because Snyder's again with the right hand. It just seems the dominant force in there at the moment.
And Edgar's throwing first. He's sitting. Look, he's not waiting for him. He's landed. He's throwing first, and that's one thing that Doro's. That's the bad thing that's happening in this fight. He needs to dictate and throw first.
Well, Doro. Morgos is trying to force the pace. He's trying to push forward here and maybe getting a little success, but Snydes is going with him as well.
Yeah, Snydes took a deep breath there, so I'm guessing the movement and he's the busier fighter, might be having a bit of an impact on him. But listen, he's throwing shots and he's landed them. Now this is where Doro needs to come forward and let his shots go, not wait around. Look, and again, that round, who would you go for, Spence?
Listen, another tough round to score that. It's Morgos is trying to force the pace, but the better shots were coming from Snyder. Just take a look at some of the action in that second round. Both guys landing the jab well. Morgos trying to push forward. There you go, the right hand round the side, complaining about the heads going in together again. But yeah, another very difficult round to score. Maybe 1 round apiece here with 2 rounds to go. This could be a 2-round fight, Dan.
Yes, maybe.
I mean, what are you thinking, mate? You've gone a little bit quiet there. Cat got your tongue or something, mate? What's going on?
I'm thinking, from the highlights, it looks like Doro might have
10 seconds.
Nicked it or done the better work, but again, I don't know.
Seconds
Maybe
out.
I'm being biased,
Round
but I think
3.
Edgar just nicked that round again. So in my eyes, it's 2-0 to Edgar, I'll be honest.
Well, there you go. Dan Aziz has Edgar. Snydes 2 rounds up. I've got it 1 round apiece. Doro, Mongo.
But I think if Doro piles on the pressure, I think Edgar could fall apart a bit. Just let his hands go.
Well, it's a tough fight to score this one. A close fight as we get into the 3rd of 4. Doro, Mongos in the white shorts. Edgar Snydes in the black shorts. Anything all to play for here?
Yes. Although I have Edgar up in the lead, Doro's very positive, and I like how he's coming forward and working. But one thing, he's moaning too much about the heads. That's the referee's job.
Morgos, complaining.
He's complaining too much about the head. Forget about it. Just leave it to the ref and work. Edgar just landed a lovely left hook to the body again.
But you know what? Morgos is having his first professional fight here, and Dan, going from amateur to pros, mate, when them heads are banging together, you never experienced anything like that before.
Yes.
When I had my first pro fight, I thought, wow, what am I in here?
Yes.
This is nuts, man. The heads are banging together, and it's a different sport, a rough sport, like I said earlier on, and I think Morgos is experiencing that in there right now.
Yes.
Maybe something that he's never experienced before.
Yes, no, for sure. You're coming out from the amateurs, you're more clean, you really go by the book. But like you said, in the pros, it's a bit more dirty, it's a bit more rough, and there's little old tricks of the trade that you might expect the ref to break up or intervene, but sometimes the ref will let it go. I think Doro's having a better run in this 3rd round.
Agree. Morgos is the one. Doro Mogos pushing forward and trying to force the pace here, and maybe the best round of the contest he's having so far. Snides is trying to go with him, but Mogos, for me, just doing enough in this round.
Yes, and that's it. There we go. And look, as he lets his shots go, Edgar looks to hold, and that's what he needs to do. These next 2 rounds just work. The only thing that's making Edgar really look, you know, dominant, or not dominant, but like he's doing well, is he's not waiting, he's starting, he's always the one dictating, throws first. Dora waits a bit too much.
Yep. Maybe guilty of waiting just a little bit too much, but debuts can be like that. New experience, new environment. Mogos, for me, having the best round of the contest so far for him.
Yes.
And maybe just sneaking into the lead. I know, Dan, you see things slightly differently.
I would give it, it's either 2-1 or it could be 2-1 either way, to be honest. 2-1 either way right now. So this last round is very important.
Yep, I think it's fair to say it could all be on this last round. A 1-round fight with me and Dan Aziz, and we see some of the action in that 3rd round. Mogos having some success, but so was Snides as well. No one really stamped their authority in this contest so far. Been good, all action the first 3 rounds. Is it all on this 4th and final round? Well, we're soon to find out. But Mogos needs to push it here.
But credit to Dora though. He's fighting a tough, experienced away fighter in his debut. That's you know, you got to give credit where it's due. He's got a lot of people here. I'm sure he's feeling the pressure. And he's come out in this 4th round firing, and that's what I want to see, which is good. Let your hands go.
He needs to take that confidence away from Snides, and he seems to have done that, Dan. This is good work here in the opening. Oh, good shots going in from Mogos.
I have a feeling his corner told him, listen, you need to work this round. They might have even told him he's down. So,
well, he's definitely started this round like he's very, very close, because he's landed some good work, and fair play to Snides. He's weathered the storm there and bit down on his gum shield. Dan, you told me he was tough, and I think that he's showing a lot of character in there right now.
Yes, he is. He is. I hope Doro can keep this pace just in this last round.
Yeah, another little spell here from Snides. Mogos now needs to put his foot on the gas again. Impress here.
Yeah, because I had him winning the 1st minute of this round. So if he can finish the next 2 how he started, I think he's got the fight in the bag.
Yeah, good right hand from Snides there though. Mogos coming back with some good shots of his own. Good action here in this 4th and final round. Doro Mogos in the white shorts, Igas Snides in the black, all to fight for in this 4th and final round. Myself and Dan Aziz, former British Commonwealth European light heavyweight champion, sitting beside me tonight, have this one very, very close. Could be 2-1 either way, could possibly even be looking at a draw. On my card anyway, Mogos maybe just stealing it, but Dan, you see it a different way.
Oh, Mogos just landed a beautiful overhand, and Edgar fires right back. This is a very entertaining fight. I've got Mogos winning this round for sure, but not easily. But I think, you know, he's landed some lovely shots, good combinations, and he definitely wants to finish this round on top.
Well, big right hand going in again there from Snides. Mogos pushing forward, really wants this victory. He's brought a good crowd in here with him this evening as well.
Yes, Edgar's breathing heavy, but this is what I'm saying. Edgar lets shots go. He doesn't just throw one, he'll throw in combination. He's holding last 10 seconds.
Yeah, both guys are starting to feel the pace here, and how's this one going to go, Dan? It could go any way. This has been very, very close. Mogos, for me, doing enough to maybe steal it, but Edgar's, Snides, he played his part in a great contest as well.
Yes, I'll either give it 3-1 to Mogas or 2-2 a draw. Yep, and Mogas is dancing, he feels good. Seems like he's still got a lot of energy, so...
Wow, I've seen you drop moves like that before as well, mate.
That's more my moves, I'll try anyway, and probably drop.
Well, this one, we'll see some of the action in that fourth and final round. This one, on my scorecard anyway, is razor tight. Doro, Mogos, for me, has done enough. But we are just about to get the decision now as we go over to our MC.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing, we go to the referee scorecard.
Putting up his fist, so he feels confident.
Scores the bout 39-37, and your winner, Doro Mogos.
Yep, as I thought, Doro Mogos gets the victory. Tough debut that. Take nothing away from Edgar's Snides. He put in a great performance there. He come to win tonight, come to steal the victory. But Mogos does the celebratory dance at the end there, and what a performance. What a great little contest there, Dan.
Yeah, no, that was a good contest. I said it, I either had it a draw or 3-1 to Mogas. He finished off very well, you know. He came firing, and throughout the round he kept pushing, and that's what edged him the fight. It was very close, but a good fight nonetheless, and congrats to Mogas.
Yeah, brilliant performance that from Mogas. The debut is done, and he has now just joined Melissa Z. Let's see what he's got to say about that.
Valentin Mogos, how are you feeling after that performance?
I'm okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for this opportunity to come here in Harrow to fight. It's an amazing show. I want to say first, thank you to my coach. Take me to my team, because help me in only 3 weeks. I have to lose 11 kilo, but maybe my condition today for this was okay. And I want to say thank you for everyone. My people is here. My people is here. My people is here și vreau să vă mulțumesc tuturor că ați venit aici. După cum nu toți știți, ca noi să luptăm aici, ori trebuie să avem sponsori, ori dacă nu să ne vindem biletele. Așa că vă mulțumesc tuturor că ați venit aici în număr cât mai mare și am putut să boxez aici. Vă mulțumesc tuturor! România!
Although we didn't understand, I'm sure they were beautiful words of support for such a big group of people that you've brought with you to tonight's action. What did you make of your opponents?
My opponent is strong. It's very strong. But I want to say, I coming from 9-year kickboxing experience, and I have only 2 years and a half boxing, just training. But my opponent was okay. And thank you him for this word tonight. And I want to say, apologize for everyone, because my fitness now is okay.
No, I think your fitness was absolutely fine. You definitely demonstrated that in there with a very dominant and front foot forward performance. What can we expect to see from Valentin Mogos in 2025?
2025. My coach is not here, is disappeared. I say, I have another, this one was my last 4 rounds. I jumped 6. Another 2, 3, 6 rounds, and hopefully, in the summer, I jump for belt. Because my people așteaptă pentru centura mea englezească să o aduc în România.
We look forward to seeing you back in action. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for everyone. This show, nice show. Thank you so much. Thank you. I see you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for our next bout of the evening, scheduled 6 3-minute rounds in the Cruiserweight division. And now, please welcome to the ring, Joel El Toro McIntyre.
Cruiserweight contest over 6 3-minute rounds. Joel McIntyre, been around a long time, 21 victories, 9 defeats, 6 KOs, former English light heavyweight champion, making his way to the ring.
Yes, I remember as an amateur watching the likes of him, Hosea Burton, you know, fighting the light heavy division. I remember when I was the British champ actually, and McIntyre called me out.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent to the ring.
And here he is, making his professional debut here this evening. Lucas Roig, managed by George Groves. High talk, high praise from this guy. Been in with a lot of good fighters in the gym, sparring the good fighters. Chevron Clark, Ben Whittaker, Jai Opataya, Chris Billham-Smith, Josh Buatsi, and the guy sitting next to me right now, Dan Aziz, has also sparred this young man. And Dan, I'm hearing a lot of good things from him.
Yes, you should do, because his quality, he's got good experience around him, managed by George, you know, and he come out of Dell Youth.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds in the Cruiserweight division. This bout is brought to you by Mark Nilsson of Nilsson Boxing in association with TM14 Promotions and Fight Academy. This bout is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. Your area representative, Dan Frost, and your timekeeper at the bell, Nick White, and your third man in the ring in charge of the action, referee Sean McAvoy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing the navy yellow with white trim. His official weight of 202.5 pounds. He has a record of 30 fights, 9 losses, 21 wins, and 6 of those wins come in by way of knockout. Hailing from Portsmouth, England, United Kingdom, introducing Joel El Toro McIntyre. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the red, white, and black. His official weight of 194.5 pounds. And tonight, he is making his professional debut. Hailing from London, England, United Kingdom, introducing Lucas Roig.
Okay, lads, 6-round contest. Keep it clean at all times, keep yourself protected at all times. Touch gloves, here we go. Good luck, lads.
Here we go. 6 3-minute rounds, cruiserweight contest. Lucas Roig making his debut this evening against the experienced Joel McIntyre.
Lucas looks in shape. Last time I saw him, had a little bit of baby fat on him, but he looks in incredible shape, I must say.
Well, this is a big moment for this young man. Former GB star, now turned professional. Training managed by George Groves. George has high praise for him, spoke to him yesterday about Roig and how good he is, how far he thinks he can go. And he seems to have high hopes for him.
Yep, Lucas has come behind a lovely meaningful jab. He's going downstairs, going upstairs. I think he's going to try and loop one over the top. Loop, and he got caught with that right hand. Just as I was saying it, he was tagging him downstairs and then came upstairs and caught Joel with a lovely right hand.
Yeah, McIntyre been around a long time, carrying that left hand down by his waist, and he's got to be careful of that because Roig really does pack a punch with that right hand. He's been going around the gyms, sparring the best cruiserweights, not just in the country, but in the world, and he's picked up a lot of experience, and that experience is showing here, Dan.
Yep.
He's working well behind the jab, showing good, maturity, good patience, and just trying to line up that right hand, which looks a dangerous shot.
Yes, it does. Them jabs, he's going upstairs, he's going downstairs, he's going to the chest, and those shots there, just despiteful as being hit with a hard jab upstairs. It's lovely to watch. You can hear George Groves in the corner, he's telling him keep touching him up, so he's looking for something upstairs, and he does land upstairs twice with that right hand.
Yeah, big shots going in. You can feel that as it's above us. You can feel the power there. Slamming into the body, slamming into the head, and this could be a tough night for Joel McIntyre, who's been around a long time, been in with some great fighters, but he may be in with a future star here, Dan, because what a start from Roig.
Look, listen, both these fighters are just above us, and I'm wincing as Lucas is landing these right hands over the top on Joel. But big shout out to both of them, man. For Joel to take a prospect with such high hopes, and for Lucas to take a fight against such an experienced fighter.
Big body shot went in there as well from Roig. He feinted it over the top, whipped it underneath, showing great variety here in the opening round, Roig. Yeah, McIntyre picked up a bad cut over the left eye as well now. Things going wrong here in the opening round for McIntyre.
Wow. What a lovely round from Lucas.
Yeah, really bad cut. I need to get a look at that from McIntyre. We can see it right above the eye, and that's not in a good place there, Dan. Really not, and he looks disheartened, doesn't he? Sitting in that corner.
Yeah.
What a start from Lucas.
That was a horrid first round for him. I can only imagine how he feels. But this is what I'm saying, in boxing, you're always learning. You're not the same person that you was yesterday, let alone a couple months. I sparred Lucas ages ago and he was more on his toes. Do you know what I mean? But now, watching him now, he's setting his feet, stamping them shots, and
Seconds out.
I'm really impressed, man.
Yeah, as we saw in the replays there, really slamming those right hands in, and I'll tell you what, Joel McIntyre has got a tough night against this young debutant, Lucas Roig, who started brilliantly in that opening round. Now, can he build on that? Finding the range with a jab so well, setting up, touching downstairs, upstairs, creating the openings for the big right hand, and one just went in again there.
Yeah, lovely triple jab to open the round from Lucas. Oh, landed a lovely left hook right hand, and again.
I tell you what, this is becoming a painful night for McIntyre, and he's giving it a go.
Back. McIntyre, one thing about him, he ain't a bottle job. He's gonna go out on his shield if he has to. And I'm sorry to start speaking that rhetoric already, but it's looking one way.
Yeah, it really is. A big right hand just slammed in again there on McIntyre. You can only take so much of that. The eye bleeding badly as well. And what a start from Roig, who's showing great patience, great shot selection. Right hand goes in again there. This is a brilliant start from Roig.
Roig is really dominating. Lovely
massive body shot went in there.
Joe felt that was right up the solar plexus, and those are worse than going around the ribs. Right up the solar plexus. He's really displaying accuracy, power, speed. ring IQ. He's showing a lot, and we're only in the second round, Spence.
I got to tell you, Dan, I thought this was an ambitious gamble, really, from Roig and the team, George Groves, to say, listen, McIntyre knows his way around the ring, mate. He's a tough kid, this one. But what a performance so far from Roig. All the rumours are certainly true. This kid can really fight and showing great maturity for a young man, landing some big shots. And McIntyre having to bite down on his gum shield here as early as the second round.
Yeah, you got to remember, like, people like George Groves, they've been around for, they've definitely been there, done that, world champion, so they've got a lot of experience, and I don't even think someone like George Groves will touch a boxer who he doesn't think is going to be a world champion. Dan, so, looking at the opponent they picked, I knew, they're very confident in their fighter, but as I'm talking, Lucas just landed a lovely 1-2, and he's really displaying power, strength, showing the whole lot. I'm really impressed.
I've got to tell you, that cut is worsening as well, mate. That's a really bad cut for McIntyre, and that is a big problem as the blood flows down into the eye, and Roig targets that again, lands a right hand flush on that.
And you got to remember, Joe McIntyre just came off of a KO, one-round KO win in his last fight. So, he's not someone who's just come off a few losses. He had a good win in his last fight. So I'm sure he's came into this fight just as confident as Lucas did.
Let's take a look at some of the action in that second round, and that's the story of this contest so far. Roig finding the range with a jab and then getting through with those right hands, targeting that eye and landing with frequency on that as well. Brilliant stuff there from Lucas Roig, and Joe McIntyre soaking it up, showing us what a tough customer he is, and he's got to, really bite down on his gum shield here, Dan, and show a lot of character, isn't he?
Yes, for sure. We're going into the third round. He's got 4 more rounds to go, and he's got a bad cut. He's getting hit to the body. He's getting hit up top.
Seconds out.
It's really he's up against it, ain't he, Spence?
Yeah, he really is. He really is. He seems disheartened in that corner. The first 2 rounds have been an absolute nightmare for McIntyre. Good body shots from Roig as well. He's finding the shots.
Right hand. And he's mixing it up. He's throwing uppercuts, jabs, combinations. He's doing the whole lot. And again, remember who he's in there with. He's in there with a former English champion who was competing at his best with the likes of Miles Shinkwin, Hosea Burton. This isn't someone that we've just got from Europe. This is an accomplished fighter that he's making his debut against. So
I'm not going to lie, mate, I thought it was a very ambitious thing to get McIntyre in, and he's landing on the right hand again. And I'll tell you something, McIntyre is feeling this now as he slumps on the ropes, and I think the fight is getting knocked out of him. The body shots are taking his toll as well. The eye bleeding heavily, and Roig maybe moments away from victory here.
Yes, he's landing at will. He's picking good shots as well. And what's making it worse for Joel is he's not fighting like a journeyman. He's actually he's getting caught with shots and maybe trying to survive, but he's still attacking, and that's what's leaving him open for the shots that Lucas is throwing. Lovely 1-2, and then a left hook to the body from Lucas.
This is a systematic beating that Roig is putting on McIntyre at the moment. It's punishing, and the referee has got to be taking a closer look at this, because McIntyre is on the end. A lot of heavy punishment. That eye now bleeding badly, and he's affecting his vision, and that could be a big problem, Dan.
And he's not throwing often, like. But again, Lucas still needs to be focused, because look at that shot that Joel just landed. Left hook. You got to stay concentrated. Even though, again, he landed that left hook.
Yeah, but the eye bleeding really, really bad now, Dan, and that'll be affecting his vision. That's a big problem as Roig slams in another right hand. McIntyre in the corner, and I'm not sure how much fight is actually left in him now. He's having problems with that eye, I know that. He's dabbing away. He lands a big right hand and he needed it, but Roig shakes it off. Body shot goes in. And
body shot from Joel. Looked like Lucas felt that.
Oh, big right hand again.
Hand from Lucas again. Yeah, McIntyre's a warrior. He's taken some shots, and a lot of them clean as well.
Yeah, showing a lot of character. Joel McIntyre, we know he's tough, and he's showing it, and he's having to use every bit of that toughness in there right now. Another round in the bank for Lucas Roig, and this is how the third round went. Right hands over the top. Let's take a look from another angle. There, McIntyre just misses with a right hand, but the majority of the work was done by Roig.
It's been stopped, Spence.
Yeah, and I'm glad, Dan, in a way, I'm glad that it has been stopped. It was a bad cut. McIntyre was taking some heavy punishment. What a debut by Lucas Roig. Remember the name, we're going to remember this kid, cruiserweight, and he is going to make a huge impact. What a performance.
That was a brilliant performance, and you did say it, you did predict it. You said you don't think the next two go the full distance, and we're in the first one and it didn't go the distance, so well done, Spence.
No problem, mate. One down, one to go, Dan. Yeah, great performance, great debut there from Roig, with a lot of pressure on his shoulders, high expectations from him. There's been big talk. He was on talkSPORT earlier on in this week talking about his debut and what he was going to do. George Groves has high praise for him, said this kid is going all the way. We're not talking British, we're not talking Commonwealth, we're not talking European, we're talking world titles. And on that performance, this young man is definitely one to keep your eye on.
I'm in 100% agreement with you, Spence. That was a excellent debut, and it's one that will definitely have people talking, and that's what you want to do when you're making your debut. You want to get in there, put on a performance that people are going to, you know, talk about. So well done to Lucas on the performance, and well done for Joel McIntyre. Credit to him, he's a warrior. He took some shots and it lasted as long as it did.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 completed rounds, the red corner was in no position to continue. Therefore, your winner by TKO, Lucas Roig.
Some of the action in that last round there, both guys taking shots. But you can see the left hand being carried very, very low there of McIntyre, and that was the problem for him. Lucas Roig was landing with frequency with the jab, the right hand's over the top as well. The cut happened in the first round, and Dan, it was worsening as the fight was going on, and you could see the fight being knocked out of Joel McIntyre. What a good performance from this young man. I mean, the praise was high, and he had to back it up, he had to deliver.
Yes.
And I think he done that.
No, he definitely did. Do you know what? He ticks all the boxes that you would want a debutant, a young debutant to make. And do you know what? An important box he ticks for me as well is he's got a chin, because he got caught with some lovely left hooks and a clean right hand and a good body shot that I saw him get caught with. And he sucked it up and he kept pressing and kept going. So he's ticked all the boxes for me, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him in the future.
Yeah, definitely brilliant debut there. The crowd absolutely love it. He sold the majority of this hall. He's fan-friendly, styles fan-friendly as well. And really impressive performance. I think let's see what he's got to say. He's just catching up with Melissa Z right now. Let's see how pleased he was with that performance. Over to you, Melissa.
Lucas Roig, What a debut. I don't think anyone could ask for a better one. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, feeling amazing. Just like to say thank you for everyone who came out to support me. I love you guys so much, and I appreciate all the support.
Having that level of support is absolutely unbelievable. You have such support around you, trained, coached, managed by George Groves himself and Josh Burnham. These people are, you know, people who've been in the game for such a long time, veterans of the sport. How does it feel to have that?
It feels amazing. I have a great belief, everyone has a belief in me, you know, to go out and have my debut against a former English champion. And it just shows, and credit to my coach George. We've been working in the gym so hard, and I just got to say a big thank you to my trainer, George Groves, and Sophie Groves for helping me so much. And it's just the start of the journey.
A beautiful start to the journey. As you say, Joel McIntyre, you know, former English champion, another person who's so experienced. Not many people would take on that competition in their debut. A quick word from George. How do you feel seeing Lucas's performance?
I'm super proud of Lucas. He went out and did exactly what I asked him to do. He's an incredible talent, but he works so hard. He doesn't take nothing for granted, and he has that desire to get to the very top, and that's what we're going to do. There's a lot of people went, you sure, Joel McIntyre, your first fight? You know, they'd say, oh, he's a tough man. He hits hard. You know, he hits a lot harder than his record, his game. You know, Lucas got his new bathroom scales at home because he came in a little light today, and he gave a little bit of weight away, but it wasn't evident because a punch-perfect performance, in my opinion. Massive statement made now. There's a lot of good fighters in his division. There's Alois, there's Pat Brown's just turned over, there's Elliot El Massi. He's already beaten him as an amateur. So there's so many exciting fights to come in the very near future. But this man is the main man. Everyone better get behind him, and everyone here is fortunate to say they were at the first step of the journey to the top.
I definitely feel very fortunate. That jab just could not miss, and you hit the right hand so well. You're touted as the next big thing. We feel very privileged to have you on the show. A quick word from John Trethery, the promoter. How do you feel having Lucas here tonight?
Wow, that's all I can say. I rang up George, I said, right, we got an opponent. Initially he was like, John, I don't want a journeyman, I don't want no easy fight, let's go straight in. We come across Joel McIntyre, I thought, George is going to tell me where to go. I rang him up and he was like, yeah, we'll have the fight. And anybody I know in the sport, George, was like, he must be mad, John, or you've tricked him. Fair play to him, he's clearly in safe hands, he knows what he's doing, because that kind of person to beat on a debut, you wouldn't get people taking fights like that on a Frank Ron already heard show on the first fight. So well done, young. We're proud to have your debut on our show, and I look forward to you being a world champion in the future, hopefully, Lucas. Brilliant, mate. Well done.
And we'd very much like to thank all the guys, TM40, Nielsen's Boxing, for having us on and the support and helping. I'm the one nervous tonight. This is my first corner. I've only just passed my trainer's course, but Josh Burnham in the corner as well, guiding me along. Great to be part of this show. Many more to come. I can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely. Huge future ahead of you. A quick word from Dennis Hobson as well. Obviously, Fight Zone, your platform. How does it feel having the likes of Lucas Roig here tonight?
I think just to reiterate what George and John just said about this kid is a class act. The belief he must have in this kid to put him in with such an experienced kid speaks volumes. And it's a privilege to see such a class act on his debut, and all I'd say is just watch this space. They're going on a fantastic journey, and congratulations.
Last word from you, Lucas. Anything you want to say to your fans here tonight, or just generally?
Yeah, I'd like to say a big thank you for Nelson Boxing for having me and George on, and thank you for everyone who came out. I can't say it enough. This is just the start of the journey. I appreciate you guys all so much. And this is just the start of the journey. We're going to the top.
Congratulations.
Well, what a great performance. What a great debut there from Lucas Roig. Remember the name? George Groves trains him. George Groves manages him, and I think we're going to see a lot more of that young man. Dan Aziz in the commentary position with me tonight. Dan, we were talking off air and saying, you know what a performance there, one of the best debuts we've seen in a long, long time.
Yes, that's definitely one of the best debuts I've seen, and mainly because of the opponent as well that he chose to pick. It was punch perfect, good defense, showed a bit of everything, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him in the New Year's.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for our final bout, and it's the main event of the evening. Scheduled 6 3-minute rounds in the welterweight division. And now, please welcome to the ring, Ryan Frost.
Here we go. Final contest of the evening.
And Spence, it's my guy from Colchester again.
Come on, mate. He's got the hat on.
He's got the hat on. He's in a Christmas spirit.
That's it.
He just fought last week. He put on a good fight against Smith in his comeback. And now he's got the call up against McKinson. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, absolutely. Ryan Frost, we saw in boxing last week. Mitchell Smith making a comeback, long-awaited comeback. Been out the ring a couple of weeks. I do not believe this kid's record. Ryan Frost, he's tough. He knows his way around the ring. 2 victories, 3 defeats. But trust me, he's better than that.
Yes, no, for sure. To the ring, Michael McKinson.
Michael McKinson comes to the ring with a wealth of experience, 26 victories, only the 2 defeats. He's been there, seen it, done it. Last time out he lost for the IBO welterweight title against Mbenga, and that was a tough night for him. He spoke to him about that this evening. He said, listen, he weren't right going into that fight, picked up a chest infection and it affected his performance. It was like he was walking through treacle. He wants to get back to winning ways. Let's see if he can do that this evening.
Yeah, McKinson's very, very
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds in the welterweight division. This bout is brought to you by Mark Nielsen of Nielsen Boxing, in association with TM14 Promotions and Fight Academy. This bout is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. Your area representative, Dan Frost, and your timekeeper at the bell, Nick White, and your third man in charge of the action in the ring, A-star referee Lee Everett. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing the gold trunks. His official weight of 147 pounds, bang on. He has a record of 5 fights, 3 losses, and 2 wins. Hailing from Colchester, Essex, England, United Kingdom, introducing Ryan Frost. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the black trunks. His official weight of 143 pounds, bang on. He has a record of 28 fights, 2 losses, 26 wins, and 4 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Hailing from Portsmouth, England, United Kingdom, introducing Michael McKinson.
Okay, lads, when I say stop, stop boxing. When I say break, take a step back. Keep your hands up, protect yourself at all times. Good luck to you.
Here we go. This is a 6 3-minute round welterweight contest. Michael McKinson in the black shorts against a less experienced Ryan Frost in the gold shorts. And Dan, we saw Ryan Frost box last week and he was in against the comebacking Mitchell Smith, yes, and he put up a great performance.
No, he did. You know, he knows how to defend himself. Like I said, in the amateurs, he had a very, very good pedigree. He was the guy around the Eastern Counties area, but you know, tonight he's up against someone who's boxed at world level. You know, McKinson's been in there with them all. He's been in there with the likes of Chris Congo, beat Sam McNair, you know, fought Virgil Ortiz. So this is a different gravy, and really and truly, you're looking for maybe a stoppage from McKinson. But like I said, Frost is tough, and he knows how to look after himself.
Yeah, he certainly does. Defensively very good as well. Frost keeps those hands nice and tight, and it's going to be difficult for McKinson to pierce that guard. But he started like he wants to get back onto a winning run. Lost last time out in October against Mbengi for the IBO welterweight title. He wasn't happy with that performance. Illness played a part in that. He went in there not 100%, he says, and you're going to see something better tonight. Back to winning ways, ready to start off 2025. Well, let's see if McKinson can back those words up as he lands a big left hand there. And I tell you what, Frost had to bite down a little bit there. He felt the weight of that one. This is good stuff here in the opening round here from McKinson.
Yes, very positive from McKinson, and he's landing some lovely shots, and he just landed a body shot that I think took the breath out of Frost.
I tell you what, he's going to struggle here, Frost. Dan, I'm going to be honest, mate. I think this is about levels, and Frost, yeah,
no,
he's a decent little fighter, but he's feeling the weight of those shots. Big left hand gone into the head, body shots as well.
Yeah, you ain't got to be honest with me. I'm not the one in there, but you know.
I'm always honest with you, Dan.
Yeah, Frost, that's it. Frost is coming back because he knows, listen, I can't let this guy just keep throwing shots and landing them, because they're very accurate and they're strong. They're big punches that McKinson's landing.
I tell you what, he just landed a big jab as well, you know, and Frost felt the weight of that, mate. I'm telling you, this is a punishing first round here for Frost, and we sort of expected that, didn't we?
Well, you did. You said it's not going the distance, but you know, I was backing my guy Frost to at least goes the distance, but he is showing that McKinson is a different level, and you got to give credit to Frost because he's a last-minute opponent. So,
oh mate, top respect to Frost. Look, the performance he put up last week, you know, showed me that he's more than capable, and you've got to, you know, he took this job, you know, at probably a couple of days' notice, and you have to give him respect. But I tell you what, that was a punishing first round there as we watched Frost walk back to the corner, slump on the chair, and this is the reason why. Michael McKinson, right from the opening bell, left hand through the middle, great shots, working well off the jab, lovely left hand there, Dan. He felt that one.
No, he really did. All the fights that I've seen McKinson box on, I've always seen him the back foot fighter, you know, counter it. This is one of the first fights I've seen personally him come forward, and he looks dangerous, you know. He looks very dangerous, very aggressive.
Yeah, hard to believe he's only got 4 stoppages out of his 26 victories, because he plants his feet, and when he comes forward, like you say, you know, that is punishing stuff.
Yeah, you can't be deceived by records, man. Like they say, records are for DJs. I got that phrase right. I like that. Yeah, okay. Records are for DJs, and look, if you go into a fight against McKinson looking at his records saying, oh, he ain't got that many stoppages, and then he's coming out guns blazing like this, you're going to be thinking, what's going on? Look, he's really digging them in and sinking them in.
Yeah, big shots, so going up and down, switching the attacks. And you know, when we were talking about being creative and creating openings, McKinson is showing you what it's all about.
Definitely.
You know, boxing poetry there.
That was a lovely right hook from Frost. But you're right, when you've got someone who's just high guard and on the defensive, you got to, you know, create them openings. You can't wait for them, and he's really landing them body shots. Oh, landed a lovely left hook to the body.
Frost, to his credit, is trying to come back with something. He's trying to be a little bit ambitious himself, but a body shot again there. I tell you what, he felt that, Frost. This is punishing stuff, that slamming into the rib cage, going round the back of the elbows. Good stuff this from McKinson.
I'm confused being out here. I thought he was a south. Is he a southpaw or?
Oh, McKinson.
Yeah, he was just doing orthodox just a minute ago.
No, he's southpaw.
So imagine being in there with. I'm confused here. So what would the fighter be like? Because he was doing orthodox very well there and landing that left hook to the body.
Yeah, it's just
lovely.
He's a good switcher, but you just had a long night, Dan Aziz. That's what it is, mate. You've had a long night. You know, there's been a lot of rounds there. You've been soaking up a lot of stuff, and now you're watching wizardry.
Yeah,
that's what we're watching.
100%. That's a good one. Wizardry.
You're under the spell.
Yeah. That's a good one, and that's definitely a nickname you could give someone like McKinson. Wizardry.
Yeah, that we're watching it right now, mate, and unfortunately Ryan Frost is a little bit under the spell as well as he comes and tries to get out of it with a rare shot, but that's not enough, is it?
You see, this is experience, and when we was talking about levels, straight from the off, Michael's going downstairs and working him downstairs, and he knows, you know, let me chop him down and, you know, the tree will fall. Look, he's constantly going downstairs and working him downstairs, trying to get them hands down.
He's going up and down all the time, isn't he? Like, listen.
Oh, that's beautiful from McKinson. He's a nice mover, ain't he?
He really is. He's got a little bit of everything, McKinson.
Yeah.
And that's why he's boxed at that level, and he's boxed the likes of Virgil Ortiz and, you know, those sort of opponents, because he's that good.
Frost has landed a few shots, but still nothing to phase Michael for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Michael McKinson dominating those opening 2 rounds, and this is the reason why. As we look back at some of the action, body shots, left hands to the body, left hands through the middle as well. Frost doing a good job of keeping his hands up, but McKinson finding those small holes, those small gaps. That's a sign of a class act there.
No, definitely slipping on the outside and coming back with a shot on the inside to the body. He's boxing very well.
Ten seconds. Seconds out. Round 3.
Here we go. Beginning of round number 3. First 2 rounds have been scored to Michael McKinson, who's been dominant behind that southpaw style, landing the jab well, left hands through the middle. McKinson in the black shorts, Frost in the gold shorts, and Dan, it's been a tough night so far for Frost, who we saw in the ring only last week.
Yes, but considering the class that they're both in, Frost is doing well to stay in there. I must give it to him for sure. And look, we're seeing the wizardry right there.
You like that, don't you?
Yeah, as Frost throws like a 3-shot combination, McKinson slips under all 3 of them. It's lovely.
Again there, McKinson just feinting the jab downstairs, trying to whip the uppercut in, just skims the whiskers of Frost.
Oh, and again, rolling under about 4 shots there. I love that.
Yeah, it's class, isn't it?
It really is, and it looks so nice.
Oh, massive left hand again there. Frost soaking that up well, hands back high again, but punishing stuff that.
I remember last week when we was on the show, Frost just came back with a 3-piece and landed some nice shots there.
Yeah, he did, and he needed that, to be fair, and give him a little bit of hope, a glimmer of hope, but that's maybe about it, because
sometimes you just throw these kind of shots just to like, get off me, leave me alone.
It's like an air of desperation, isn't it?
Exactly. Because it's either you do that or you just stay there, be a punching bag.
Well, big hook again there. Frost coming back with a couple of his own. But the power shots really coming from McKinson, who's dominated these opening 3 rounds so far. A credit where credit's due. Ryan Frost, who's took this fight at last minute's notice, is soaked up some big punishment.
Again, he comes back with a combination, Ryan Frost. Oh, landed an overhand there from Frost.
Whoa!
Oh, what a counter from Michael.
Just timed that so well, didn't he? Just stayed in range, slipped out with a back foot, come through with a left hand, through the middle as well. Good head movement. He's cruising at the moment, is Michael McKinson, showing there's levels to this game.
Yeah, he definitely is cruising, but Frost still looks game. He don't look like he's you know, totally out of it and ain't got nothing to offer. Michael's still definitely got to be on his game and continue to be consistent like he has been through the rounds.
Mate, I can't take nothing away from Ryan Frost. He is one tough cookie, that is for sure. As we look at Michael McKinson in the corner there, getting his instructions, the corner will be very happy with what he's doing in there right now. Some of the action in that third round. McKinson getting caught with a rare shot there.
Yep.
A little moment, lapse of concentration maybe.
But this is the thing about Ryan, you know, you'll be throwing your shots and land. What a peach of a shot there. But you'll be throwing your shots and you might be, you know, landing at will, but then you lose concentration for 1 second. He'll come back firing and he'll land.
Round number 4 of this 6-round welterweight contest. Michael McKinson in the black shorts, Ryan Frost in the gold shorts for us. So far, first 3 rounds to Michael McKinson, who's really been showing levels to this game.
Got caught with an overhand there, rushing in, gets back on his jab. This show's been, again, well matched. I have to give a big shout out to Eddie Musket. Oh, was that a left hook or a right hook? He's switching stance all the time.
That was actually a right hook that landed there. The wizardry's going again, Dan.
Yeah,
he's got you under the spell, mate.
He landed it and almost spun him round the ring.
And Ryan got a bit of frostbite there.
Yeah, I like that one.
Like that?
That was good. That was good, Spence. You're getting better as the night goes. Frost is tough. He's a tough game character because he's been caught with some shot, not just to the head but to the body as well, and he's, you know, still holding his shape well.
That's exactly what he's holding his shape. You picked up on that really well there, Dan.
Because, you know, when you're getting dominated like this and people are hitting you at will, you know, you start to, your demeanor even,
unravel.
But he's keeping his stance together, his hands is up, he's being consistent, even though he's getting caught with a lot of shots.
Absolutely, McKinson, you know, picking the shots to the body, to the head. You know, it's been punch perfect really for McKinson, but Frost has not lost hope. And he lands a good shot there himself. McKinson quickly spins him back round again. Good work again here. But you're right in what you say. Frost is holding that shape though, isn't he?
Yeah, no, he really is. I'm really enjoying some of McKinson's counter work. You know, he's showing some good slips and then backhand dips and then shots to the body, rolling lovely there.
Just a little wink at you there, mate. I was saying, didn't he? What's going on there?
Stuck his tongue out at me whilst he was rolling a shot. That's what you call wizardry.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
A la Pernell Whitaker, that reminded me of.
Mate, that's mad. Lovely body shot got in there as well. This is beautiful stuff from
No, it really
McKinson.
is. And I'm enjoying it as well. I really am. At the expense of my mate Ryan Frost, but hey, it's the game, eh?
Absolutely, mate. That is exactly it. It's about opportunity, and you've got to try and take that opportunity. And to his credit, Ryan Frost, he's tried to take it. He stepped up with a couple of days' notice, and he's putting up a great performance. He's showing a lot of toughness in there, a lot of character, Dan.
No, he really is. Really, really is. You know, it takes two to tango. You got to have a dance partner, a good dance partner to look good and show off your skills, and that's what Ryan Frost has allowed McKinson to do.
Yeah, some of the action in that fourth round. Frost having a go, but McKinson making him pay when he's coming in, body shots going in as well. But yeah, credit where credit's due, sorry.
Yeah, it's all right, Spence. It's been a long night, don't worry. You don't need to apologise.
The old tongue got a little bit tied there, Dan, you know. I've just unknotted it, mate.
10 seconds. Seconds out. Round 5.
Here we go. Round 5 of a 6-round welterweight contest. Michael McKinson, Ryan Frost. Final contest of the evening, penultimate round. And McKinson just misses with that left hand, skims the whiskers there, Dan.
Yes, I like the way McKinson dips and then comes back with a shot. It's really some good work. Look, again, lovely work.
It's for the purist, isn't it? Like if you know your boxing, you like your boxing, the sweet science. This is what it is.
But really, even this, like, you take a couple clips from him ducking and dodging and, you know, sticking the tongue out, you put that up on your Instagram reels. Even the common boxing fans that are not even purists, they would love that.
Do you know what you need to do?
Yeah.
Get that moment, like you said there, where he ducks, dives, sticks his tongue out and knocks at you, and then spin the camera down onto you. That was the one, mate, because your face was a picture as well.
No, it was brilliant. It's brilliant work. Look, at the end of the day, this is all entertainment, and if you know, you could be as good as you want. If you're not entertained, then no one's going to be interested. And in my eyes, Michael is being really entertaining in this fight and showing off his skills at the same time.
Absolutely. Listen, I think we're all entertained, as is everyone in here. It's been a fantastic night of boxing.
It really has.
Just now we saw George Groves' protege make his debut, and what a performance that was from the young Lucas Roig, who won the contest, stopping Joel McIntyre inside the distance. McIntyre, a former English light heavyweight champion. So what a performance that was, and what a performance we're seeing here from McKinson.
Yes, I like how McKinson, he only just fought in October, was it October or September? And you know, usually you'd lose a fight of that magnitude, it was for an IBO world title, and you maybe just take some time out and wait until next year. But look, he's back in again, whether it's a 6-rounder, he wants to finish the year off with a win, and I respect that and like it. And as I'm speaking, he's really going for it. He's letting the shots go. Beautiful body shot. And it looks like Ryan's feeling it.
Yeah, he's really under a lot of pressure here, Ryan, and the referee is starting to take a close look as well. Where the body shots again, and he's felt that.
Ryan definitely felt that.
He's biting down on the gum shield here, mate, and this is all about survival for Ryan Frost, who's really feeling the pace of those body shots, or the weight of those body shots, should I say.
Look at the gap that Ryan's keeping between the both of them. That's, again, even though he's the away fighter, he's still showing experience, you know, in survival. Those last couple of seconds, you know, it looked like he was going to go, but he kept so far away from Michael, he couldn't do anything, and it's earned him a place in the last and final round, and I'm sure he'll be happy to survive the full contest.
I totally agree with that. Some of the action in that 5th round, and it was a punishing round for Ryan Frost, and he's going to have to bite down on his gum shield, show character here to get through this 6th and final round, because you just feel, Dan, that it's going to be a grandstand finish for Michael McKinson, who will be wanting to get that victory inside the distance. Look, there's no doubt now he's going to win this contest. 5 rounds gone, 5 rounds in the bag, and this now is all about Frost. Can he make the final bell? Well, we're just about to find out.
And last round.
Yeah, just an exchange between the two fighters. As we was talking, you know, the last round, you always show that respect that you have for your fighter, because you know listen, we've been training this hard, and if you're still there, you know, listen, you're a real tough guy.
McKinson on the front foot again, looking for that finish. Shot selection's been great tonight from McKinson, worked so well, head movement's been brilliant as well. Dan, you picked up on that, showed a great variety and great head movement as well.
Body shot.
He's had trouble here, isn't he, Frost?
Yes, but remember last week as well, when Frost fought in the last round, that was his best round. So look, you know, I won't be surprised if, not that he wins the round, but you know, puts on more of a performance, throws more shots, and it looks like that's what he's doing.
He's a big character, mate. He's showing a lot of character in there. He's showing balls, I've got to be honest. He's like showing incredible cojones in there, mate.
Because if he wanted to, he could really just run away for the whole round and just, you know, try and survive. But he's moving, he's coming as well, throwing shots.
Yeah, solid performance from Ryan Frost, who's coming here last minute. And he's taken some heavy punishment. He's had these little moments as well, but I think that Michael McKinson has just showed the class that he is. This game is about levels, and at the moment, McKinson is a level above, that is for sure.
No, definitely. I don't know about having moments, but McKinson's been in the full driving seat of this fight. But one thing I can say about Frost is he's got balls and he's tough.
Your mate is having a little go here, Dan. You said that he was going to do that.
The last round, it's like he just wants to show, okay, look, this is what I can do, or, you know, just end it on a positive vibe on his front. But McKinson's thrown some lovely body shots. This show, there's been a few good body shots, like from the fighters. That's another one right up the solar plexus.
Yeah, it really is. And now Frost just moving around the perimeter of the ring, just trying to suck up the air, trying to survive this final 30 seconds of which has been a good, entertaining contest. Michael McKinson in the black shorts, Ryan Frost in the gold shorts. It's really been one-way traffic here for McKinson, but Frost has never given up hope.
Frost just landed a lovely right overhand. McKinson comes back with some lovely head movement and fires back with some good countering shots. Listen, this was a good fight, you know. It was an enjoyable fight for me. I really did enjoy it. McKinson boxed beautiful and entertaining.
Yeah, mate. That was a brilliant fight. Great entertainment. And I've got to tell you, Ryan Frost showed a lot of character. And let's take a look at the highlights of this contest.
Listen,
McKinson on the front foot straight away, landing good shots early, and you thought he might get the job done, but Dan, Ryan Frost showed character there, man.
Listen, talk about earning your dollar. Frost definitely earned his money tonight.
Sorry, mate, just saying a little Merry Christmas there to Ryan Frost. What a performance there, mate. What a performance. What a lovely kid. Just said to me, Merry Christmas. I'm like, wow, mate, it's been 6 hard rounds there. Merry Christmas to you, mate. You've earned your turkey, that's for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, we go to the referee scorecard. Referee Lee Every scores the bout 60-54. And your winner, Michael McKinson.
Well, there you have it. Michael McKinson wins every round of that contest. What a performance that was from McKinson. What a performance that was from Ryan Frost. McKinson back to winning ways. 2025. Could it be his year to get back into title contention? Well, that's exactly what he needed. Very impressed with that performance. Let's see if he was as impressed as myself and Dan Aziz as he joins Melissa Z. Over to you, Melissa.
Mikey, the problem McKinson, how are you feeling after those 6 rounds?
I feel good. I just want to say a big thank you to John from TM14 for having me on the show. It's been a nightmare last couple of weeks with opponents pulling out and things like. There was a time last week I didn't think I was fighting tonight, so big credit to Ryan Frost, who come in at 5 days' notice to fight me. And it wasn't a pushover either. Like, he was throwing back and he was very tough. I think he'll earn good money in professional boxing. That was only his 6th pro fight, so big shout out to him. But no, back on the winning streak. I boxed 7 weeks ago for the IBO world title, and it didn't go my way. There was a few things that went on towards the end of camp, getting illness and things like that, but I didn't want to make any excuses. I just said to my team, get me out as soon as possible. And they did, and back for winning ways just before the Christmas and the New Year.
I mean, yeah, you completely took the words out of my mouth. You know, you did come off of that loss for a world title. You've been on those big stages. You've been in those big contention fights for titles. How important was it for you to finish the year on a winning streak?
Yeah, my last fight I took quite bad because I knew why I lost, and maybe I shouldn't have got in the ring fight night, so I took it quite bad. But to get back to winning ways, you know, like, it's quite difficult to fight at a lot lower level. Sometimes I got a bit comfortable and knew kind of I was in charge, and sometimes I like a bit more of a threat, and you know, but I'm happy to get back to winning ways, and hopefully in 2025 we get them big opportunities again, more title fights, more the big fights, because I am Britain's best welterweight, and I'll show that next year.
You know, you've been dubbed as a stylistic nightmare for the fact that you're so defensively sound, but you also have a really good offensive style also. The fact that you obviously were in a fight of that magnitude and then decided not to take a break and actually just get straight back into it, what's the mentality behind that?
I feel like there's a bit of a question mark on my head after that last performance 7 weeks ago, so I just want to keep busy. I've been a professional for 10 years, and these are the important years that I don't want to slip away, so activity is important. You know, so I'm very grateful to be here, very grateful to John and TM14 for allowing me on this card. So yeah, 2025, expect big fights again.
You've dubbed it comeback season, and we're so looking forward to seeing you back in action in 2025 with more wins under your belt. Congratulations.
Brilliant, thank you very much. Thanks.
Well, there you go. That's what he had to say. Michael McKinson gets victory, back to winning ways. 2025 could be a big year for him, and it could also be a big year, or it will be a big year for Fight Zone, Nelson Boxing, TM114 Promotions. What a year it's been. What some shows we've had. Great performances we've had tonight as well, Dan. Stand out for me, Lucas Roig. You know, Jules Groves' kid, what a performance he put in there, stopping the durable, experienced Joe McIntyre. But what a night we've had.
Yes, it was a brilliant show. I'm definitely going to have to give, you know, they saved the last two, you know, the best till last, and the last two performances for me were the fight of the evening. Very good fight from the heavyweight, Francis Ignatius. I really enjoyed his performance. It was a good show, matched very well, and I look forward to seeing some more TM14 Nelson Boxing shows.
Absolutely. Listen, good show, good year, and goodbye from myself, Spencer Oliver, and him, Mr. Dan Aziz. Thanks for joining us on Fight Zone, on talkSPORT's Boxing YouTube channel. Till next time, till next year, we'll see you all later.